Okay, I'm very excited about this because I really, really loved Arcade Spirits, like the first one. That was a lot of fun when I played it, and I've honestly been following some of the people who work on this, and I have been literally like so excited about it coming out. I even was doing like the countdown to the days of when it was coming out, but then a whole bunch of stuff happened at my job that like I just didn't have time to be able to like dedicate the mind for this. So now I do, and I'm excited. So we're gonna start. God, I love Iris so much. I love Iris as a concept. I love Iris as a character. I love everything about Iris. Oh, hello again. You know me, don't you? We've met before. Yes, I remember you from the original Arcade Spirits. Welcome back. Before you start playing the new challengers, do you want to import your decisions from the previous game? It'll adjust a few things in the story to come. What do you think? And yeah, hell yeah, I love it when you can fucking import shit. I love it when I could do that with Mass Effect through the entire trilogy, and I really wish that I could have done it with more games. I love the effects of what I've done from previous playthroughs having an effect on future ones. Dragon Age did it really good. Mass Effect, like I said, did it. I love being able to do this. I love this. I love it desperately. Okay, I'll import your data. Thanks. Now, off you go. Have fun. I love Iris. Now, I did play the demo when it came out. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publisher or creators. For content warnings, see arcadespirits.com/CW. But yeah, I love this. I already played the demo, and I have a little bit of an understanding. I know what some of the characters are and what they look like. I actually even tried out to voice act one of the characters. It didn't go anywhere, obviously, but I love this game so much that I really did actually try out. I tried out for Valkyrie. It didn't go anywhere. I didn't even get a thing back saying you're not doing it, but that was okay because I was just excited to even shoot my shot, honestly. It's so exciting. I love how analog it looks. I love how everything looks so analog for these things. I love retro futuristic things. Like, that's why I love Fallout as much as I do, and even the Outer Worlds. I love retro futuristic shit. It's so good. From as far back as I can remember, my dreams were always ones of victory. The roar of the crowd, the gleam of gold, the pulse-pounding action struggling against all odds to reach the very top. Achievement. Recognition. Triumph. When you're young, you don't put much thought as to why you crave victory, you just do. You want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay, I can't do too much of that because I don't know if that's DCMA, but I'm assuming it probably is. But now that I'm an adult, I sometimes catch myself in the middle of that single-minded pursuit and wonder, why? What does victory really mean to me? That's what I want to understand. That's what I need to understand. Because dreams are lovely, but reality can be a real punch in the gut. Also, like, if you've never encountered the writing of this group of people that does this, like the writers and everything else, if you've never seen, like, the first Arcade Spirits, if you have no idea what this is, understand that at some point or another, whilst either watching other people do the playthroughs of this or while playing through it yourself, you will probably cry. You will laugh immediately before, cry, and then laugh after, and it is just back and forth, because these people are so good at writing, and they're so good at, like, just, like, reaching their fingies directly into your sternum and kind of going, like, I've got your heart, motherfucker, and I'm going to squeeze, And you're just like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much for squeezing my heart so hard. Yeah, that's literally what most of the writing from any of this is like when you really get down to it. It's all like funny and memes and quippy things, but also like the most soul-wrenching sort of like self-examination that you could possibly have. So just like, be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. Fight Shack news update with Punchy78. I love usernames that have that.
It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack news. All the fighting that's fit to post.
He's got the super S on his shirt. I'm dying.
We got the hottest news coming at you about everybody's favorite action strategy esports phenomenon, Fist of Discomfort 2. If you've ever wanted to go pro and play games for a living, now's your chance. The FoD2 Pro Tour is starting this year.
Sponsor teams only, earn points through local and national events, top 8 will complete. Glory and fame and immortality with an asterisk. I would love to understand the immortality part.
Organizations are already snatching up new players in hopes of building the perfect championship team. We'll have more news in the months ahead as events are added to the Pro Tour. And don't forget to show your boy Punchy78 some love. Like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell.
Oh god. It's so ingrained. It's so ingrained once you get into like content creation to be like, it's your boy, or like whatever. Like you get that introduction down and it's just second nature. And then you have like the share, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's just like, I've heard that sentence or some variation of that sentence so much that I'm surprised it hasn't shown up in my dreams at this point. I want to know about the immortality with the asterisk. Just 200 points behind. We can pull ahead. We got this. Hit the item shop, buy an ultimate technique scroll, blink back to the fight, loop around behind my opponent while my partner runs a distraction, evade that ninja, interrupt the casting animation, sweep in, activate fivefold exploding death fist, and there. This is so funny because, like, even just a year ago, I would consider myself very casual when it comes to gaming. Even now, I would consider myself very casual when it comes to gaming, if only because, like, I don't do esports. I play on easy mode most of the time until I've, like, played the game enough that I would want to play it on anything harder than easy mode. The one time that I played something on hard mode from the get-go, which Sonic Forces, and I broke my keyboard in frustration, like, I'm very much the quintessential, like, I play a lot of mobile casual games and cookie clicker things, and I do a lot of visual novels, and all of that stuff is kind of considered like casual. But like, it's so funny to me now because Silas and Zero are much less casual than I am, even though they don't do esports, and I now understand like the concept of what interrupting a cast animation means because I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online with them, and I now understand what like interrupting the animations are and stuff to like be able to do things faster. It's very funny. Like, you don't know what you don't know sometimes, and people just make references and you kind of just like accept it for what it is and let it go because you don't want to seem stupid by asking. But it's so funny when you start learning things and actually getting it, and then you're like, that's what that means. 7 win of the day. Fuck yeah. Feels good to be in a hot streak. I'm just gonna swear for these, honestly. Before I used to be like, but honestly, I swear so much on my channel nowadays that I'm just going to insert whatever swear I think they're doing, and it's probably gonna be fuck most of the time. And it's not just today. I've been topping the little leaderboards as of late. I wonder exactly how far I could really take this winning streak. Punchy78 said it himself that major esports teams are looking to sign talented new players. Heck, I'm talented enough. Good, have that confidence. Hold on to that confidence, please. Maybe it's time to chase down that childhood dream. With the official Pro Tour on the horizon, this could be my moment if I decide to go for it. One shot to show the world what I can do. Oh, okay, I have to take the moment that I always take whenever I'm in these games because they always hide so much fascinating shit in, like, the beautiful neon, dystopian-esque, like, Technicolor. And I want to take a minute to really, like, absorb it. It's always in the distant future year of 20XX, which is so fun. Arcades and video gaming as a whole are a part of daily life. Yeah, that's about right for me too. So we've got a spark something. We've got like a heart on fire. We've got, I have to assume either it's traveling based stuff or it's stock based stuff directly underneath it. Underneath that, we've got Astro LO96. Then we've got things, what looks like a Coke. We've got Chimerica Online. We got P2W. Cancer Dance Inc. I don't know what it says. We got something that looks like a Coke can at the uppermost right in the green. We got Kazam. We have faces looking at each other for an FGC or something like that. We have something that looks kind of like an alien above the Chimerica airline. I'm not going to lie. It's just the unfortunate cutting, I think, on the eyes, but it definitely makes them look alien. I also always love how you see all of this, like, gigantic cityscape, but, like, you don't really see anybody just, like, happening to be by their windows. That's always very fun. I assume it's because that would be tedious as shit, but it is funny to just kind of be like, nobody goes near the windows in the city. Nobody wants to look out at that. They're too used to it. Okay, I think I've absorbed as much as I'm gonna out of this screen. I've lived in this city a long time. I've walked past countless little arcades, major franchise gaming centers, retro console game shops, and more. We got lucky, though. I've read on many reputable theory crafting sites that there was an almost major video game crash in 1980X due to market oversaturation. If that had actually happened, arcades would have lost any chance at worldwide popularity. Games would be looked down upon as kiddie toys and little else. Thankfully, the industry sorted itself out, and that theoretical crash was averted. Now 20XX is a gaming paradise. What if there's a chance that an alternative dimension exists, and those gamers are trapped in the darkest timeline? I shudder at the thought. Hey! You don't need to call me out like this. I bet in that universe you can't get from a zero to a hero, but here you can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can really do it. Oh, okay. Time to look at the thing again. Looks like amp and some cup noodles. And let's see. Does that still have a floppy disk reader on that? That looks like a floppy disk reader. Fist of Doom. Okay, this looks kind of like my setup when I was a kid, honestly. Except for the cup noodles, I wasn't allowed to have food in my room. But I could really lean into that, find the success and accomplishment I crave through Fist of Discomfort. That's a great dream to have, right? A great dream. I just need the courage to make it happen. According to Fight Shack, it sounds like the major teams are seeking new talent, and I'd like to think I'm a strong prospect. First, I'll need to get online and see who's recruiting. Fortunately, I practically live on the internet, so I can surf the information superhighway right to glory. The PC is my nexus of both work and play. The good old beige tower of power. The same computer I had when I was a kid. Yeah, that's exactly what my computer looked like when I was a kid, except for it also had stickers. I've replaced pieces of it along the way, of course. So many pieces that it's practically the computer of Theseus by this time. But it's mine, and I love it dearly. That's hilarious. Ship of Theseus sort of bullshit. Time to boot up and get to work. Vaporware for work groups. Sparksoft. Okay, that's what that... I'm sorry, I'm going to be coughing randomly throughout. I'm still not over the pneumonia. Yes, I know my operating system is an ancient eyesore. It's vaporwave. But I've tweaked and repiled bits of it until it does what I need it to do, and that's what matters. So is this like a Linux situation? A few clicks of the mouse later and I'm online with a www.discomfort.fist, the official FoD2 community. Discomfort.fist is like such an unfortunate URL that I would never want to go to it in real life. Also, I love the dial-up noises. It's very funny to me to think that in this history, they kept to analog so hard that, like, dial-up is still a thing that's normal. Before I start sending out my resume, maybe I should update my profile? Sometimes the site messes up my personal metadata. Ooh, time to make me! Time to make me! Okay, so player handle, the name will be used most of the time. Reaxeons. It's very funny that it says Seeker, because Seeker is like a thing that I call Silas, and it's really weird to see it anywhere else. And Smith. No. It is very funny to say Smith, though. Oh, they expanded the fucking pronouns. Because I think when I did the demo, they only had, like, one row of, like, Neos. And they actually have the Neo that I use. Nice. Yes. I wish you could actually, like, select more than one set. But that would probably be really confusing for, like, going through and programming. So I get why you can choose just one set. But I am glad that they have the ones that I actually use. Nice. It would have been only cooler if you could just type it in yourself and it would just do it that way, because I would have put the zoms in there. That would have been fun. I am pasty. Although I've been doing my like day job and I've been getting like a farmer's tan. So I've been looking kind of like this, but only on my lower arms. It's very funny to me. I am no longer pasty as I used to be. It's like here for my face and here for my arms. Online avatar. Oh, to put it together or whatever. Oh, you can just pick which ones. Am I a shit? It would be funny. What do I want to be? That could be kind of fun. Like I don't know. Man. I guess it's that. Hair in style. Actually, can I get rid of this hat? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's do body type first. Get me large and in charge, because that would I be. I no longer have titties. When I did the demo, I think I still had my tits. And I went with this. Yeah, I think I went with this, but I don't have them no more. I got top surgery, bitches. I'm good. Let's see, always gotta go for the orange. What looks like the best orange, though, is the real question. Bright orange. Oh, they had a different orange color that's up here. Ooh, that's even better. Yeah, let's do that orange. I like that one. And I can't really change the shirt, which is kind of upsetting. I kind of wish that I could just have like a t-shirt or a hoodie, but as a big bitch. Kind of sad that I can't have something different. I will put on a pair of like gray jeans though. Nose, where is my big honkin' nose? Does my nose poke out more? Or is it more snubbed? I think it pokes out more. It's not that wide. But that's about as wide as I'm gonna get, I guess. So there it is. My big schnursh. I love my big schnarch at this point. I've learned to love it. I love that. I love that so much. And my glasses are actually like, they're the glasses, oh god, that are like black on the top, but then white or clear only on the bottom, but they are that type of frame, which my grandmother always called a BC frame, which meant birth control, because she thought that they were fugly, basically, which was hilarious to me. Okay, eye color. I've got like a weird blue-green. I guess you would call it hazel or something. I don't know, honestly. There have been people... I honestly don't know what the fuck my eye color is, and I do not say this as like, I am a white bitch with blue eyes, blah, 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 I'm special. I mean, like, legitimately, different people have told me different things, and I do not know what to think anymore. For most of the time, I think they look pretty green. But most people are like, no, they're blue. They're very, very blue. And I'm like, okay, I guess. I don't know if I'm just perceiving the color weird. And then one dude that dated me and looked me in the eyes a lot was like, no, they're gray. And I was like, I don't know if just you're colorblind or if I'm losing my mind. And my driver's license says hazel, and that could mean anything from brown to green. So I don't fucking know, guys. I don't fucking know. I think they're just green, but weird. Like, I don't fucking know. Ah! We're just gonna do like that, I guess. That looks fine. Ugh. Let's see. My hair is kind of like this right now, but I don't like how big of a bump it has. I don't like that. That would be okay, I guess. Just schlicked down. It's very funny looking. Let's see. Oh, that looks rough. I got a big ass forehead under that hair. Damn. Oh God. Woof. No wonder it has such a big bump up. It's covering the forehead and everything. I'm gonna go with this. This is close to what I've got. I've actually dyed my hair recently, and it's like this color. Yeah, it's like just about this color. So let's do that. What else did I have? Just the hat if I wanted one? I don't really want any of those hats, to be fair. Okay. This looks good. I wish I could change the color of this. Oh well. Yeah, I'll take a laurel, I guess. Done. I have been created. Is this correct? Yes. That's me, Rexley Smith, better known as Reaxeons, destroyer of JoJo's, breaker of noobs. I don't know about that one. I think I am just King Noob. I think I am just the king of noobs, unfortunately for me. Not a bad win-loss record. Very good for an amateur player, in fact. Hopefully that's enough to entice a pro team into giving me a shot. But while I'm here, curiosity takes me. I wonder how my rival is doing. And yeah, I remember the fact that you can make a rival. I'm just gonna make Vin, honestly. I'm gonna make you my rival in the dating game.
Okay.
And maybe try to date you. Who knows?
Okay.
Vindictive. Vin. Dict. What pronouns would you like? You can't have all of them like you normally do.
This is lame. They, them.
They, them? Okay, we could do that. They have it's in this. Isn't that cool?
They do?
Yeah, they have like 3 rows of Neos.
Oh, shit.
They have Zzer, Zeher, Zemer, Zezer, it's, Zezem, A air self, AM self, Ninem, Viver, Fayfair, and A air.
Yo, that's cool.
So do you still just want they them?
Hold on, let me look at all of them. What?
I know, you're just as excited about the pronouns as I am. See?
Oh, whoa.
Right?
Sorry.
I don't give a shit. It's just the people that have to listen to you fucking do it on my stream.
You know.
You know. You got this.
Neenem sounds cool.
Which one?
Neenem.
Neenem?
Yeah.
I've never actually heard of that one, but I do like it. It does sound nice.
That's pretty cool.
It does sort of just roll off.
Yeah. Neenem.
Now to make you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let me get rid of the hat first again. The hat is, like, very frustrating because it's like, I'm not gonna use it. Vin also has basically the same glasses, but they are smaller, but they're not like that. They're just more narrow, but they're also just black. Let's see, Vin normally wears dark blue jeans. Gosh, the difference in just like stance for the most part is what gets me on that. Just the knees together versus knees apart thing. Jeez. Also, why did their pants turn into high-waisted almost? It's funny. That's so cool. I love the leather jacket. We're gonna probably go for this. Oh, the rival shirt can't be changed? That's okay. Vin mostly wears just like hoodies anyway. We've got to have... What is it? I guess it kind of looks like that. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. No, that one's better. Yeah, it's just black eyes. Can you even see the difference? Can't hardly see the difference between these two. Boop. And then Vin's hair is actually kind of longish at this point. Kind of like this. Vin does not have bangs right now, so it's either gonna be this or this. I guess this, but I wish I could do two-tone because Vin currently has like this color from here down and the rest of it's black because it's grown out since then. But I'll just keep it like overall black, I guess, because that's the majority of Vin's hair now. So, man, which one looks better? Also, oh, Vin also has the abnormally large head. Good, 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 good. It's not just me. I'll give him this one. Okay, that's glasses. I think that's everything. Yeah, so let's do that. This is correct. Rexley Smith and Vindictive. Vindictive in Reaxeons. We fought each other countless times in the leaderboards. Sometimes I'm on the rise, sometimes Knee takes the lead. It's good to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. With that in mind, we stay in touch, and well... No, I don't want to be hostile, I want to be a friendly rivalry. Sure, we're technically in competition with each other, but there's also a kind of kinship. A battlefield bond we've developed. We become fast friends, online and offline. Swap tips on improving our character combos, shared info on upcoming tournaments, things like that. Still, there's always been an edge of rivalry to it. Trying to outdo each other, to show each other up, to dominate. I honestly don't think this game would be as fun without Vindictive being around. Actually, come to think of it, maybe Vindictive would have some tips for getting signed. Knee's more involved in the scene than I am. I love this. I love all of this. I also do vastly love that they give the character a double chin. Because I have a double chin, and it's like one of those things that I am legitimately like still vaguely self-conscious about. Like, I know it is what it is because I've had a double chin even when I was skinnier, because it's just how like my father's side of the family looks. No matter how skinny they are, we just have like that. But like, it's one of those things that's taken the longest for me to get over, because I catch myself in the mirror and I go ew, and then I go, well, why am I going ew? And I have to like do that constant struggle of unlearning that So I appreciate it immensely that my character has a double chin and it's not like a grotesque thing. I pulled down the computer of Theseus for now, and I powered down the computer of Theseus for now, pulling out my phone to speed dial Vindictive. I love that I have Vin on speed dial. I love this. Reactions! Have you been following all the news surrounding FoD2? Isn't it wild? I can't believe everything that's happening. I'm thinking now is the perfect time to go for that dream of mine. Oh yeah? Have you signed on with a team yet? Not yet, no. Actually, I was calling to see if you wanted to look into being on a team together or something. About that. I'm already on a team. What? Team play to win. That's God, I love the writing in this. I really do. I want to just like take the writers and like shake them in a loving way and be like, why do you do this to me? Because it's so like good. The writing is so good and so funny, and sometimes it's really on the nose, but it's like in a campy way. It's in like a very camp forward way that I love it. I really do. Team play to win. Play to win. I love it. They signed me right away. What about me, your equal? Your good friend Reaxeons? I can't believe you didn't put in a good word for me. Oh, I'm pouting. I look so sad. I didn't know I had to. Thought you were good enough to find your own team. Must have slipped my mind. Okay, but how did you find them? I just downloaded Iris. And what exactly is an Iris? It's amazing, that's what it is. This lap did all the work, actually. I just told Iris I wanted a team, and here I am on one of the hottest franchises in the world. You should grab Iris, too. You just need to fetch it off a pirate server first. That sounds dangerous. I would not hesitate, personally. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum is what I've been doing since I was, like, 11. Watched a lot of movies that way. Now I just watch all the stuff on Plex that my stepfather keeps. Entirely. I'll send you the link. I love this. This is very in line with Vin's actual personality. Thanks. Thank me later on the battlefield when both of our teams are neck and neck. I expect to see you there. Later, nerd. Vindictive. Even after all this time, I'm not entirely sure what to make of Nem. Oh yeah, I'm going for it. I think it's very funny to romance my own roommate in a game. I think that's hilarious. Oh no. The gentle ribbing and near lighthearted nature just makes me forget how to use the English language. I'm hopelessly smitten around them. I look up to Nem so much and in so many ways. I just hope Senpai notices me soon. That's so funny. Because, like, Vin's literal nickname when we first met each other in a Discord server is I used to call Vin Vinpai. So that's so fucking funny. Oh. Okay, let's refocus. My rival's already 10 steps ahead of me on this journey and I need to catch up. At least Vindictive provided me the means to catch up. If this Iris program he used worked for Nem, it'd work for me. Even if it meant installing some dodgy piece of pirated software on my phone. But whatever, right? I live thriftily. Half the software I use is pirated, abandonware, or a buggy open source package. What's one more on the pile? After loading it up, I tap the icon and... Hey, listen. The hey listen always gets me. User registered. Profile created. Iris online. Oh, that's cute. There's this glowing pink wad of cotton candy in the shape of a girl on the screen of my phone. She offers a little virtual wave and a smile before continuing her speech.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version. Sponsored by Pizza Yum.
God damn it. We can never get away from the pizza.
Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. In fact,
God damn it. Did you know when you have pizza on a bagel? And her digitized voice trails off.
alright. I don't need to advertise Pizza Yums anymore because I'm actually extremely illegal to own.
A self-aware illegal. God, okay.
So, if you do want to hear more facts about the pizza bagel, only the greatest culinary invention of Western civilization.
Yeah, she's still struggling with that software, huh? Assuming this worked like other voice-activated virtual assistants, I addressed her directly. Iris, unsubscribe pizza facts.
Oh, you don't have to put my name in front of everything. We can just talk like normal people do. I'm very good at both talking and being normal people.
Something that normal people say 100% of the time.
I'm a conversational, friendly, emotionally intelligent AI who is currently banned in all 50 U.S. states by federal authorities.
What happened between then and now?
But more importantly, I'm ready, willing, and able to make your dreams a reality. So, what would you like to do today? Who would you like to be today?
So, this is weird. I'd heard that Iris was just another boring, fairly mundane text-to-speech front end for searching the web. Not anything this sophisticated. But Vindictive did say this would be my ticket to the big leagues. This is a long shot, but can you find me a Fist of Discomfort 2 pro team that's looking for fresh amateur recruits? I'm considering chasing down an old dream of mine, and that's the first step. Ooh! You are a gamer? Did you know that 9 out of 10 gamers prefer bagels as a delivery method for their favorite pizza toppings? You know, if you subscribe to Pizza Facts, you'd get all these amazing tidbits of trivia and so much more. Iris, unsubscribe Pizza Facts. Sorry. Even after being disconnected from my ad revenue source and turned into pirated software, I just love pizza bagels so much. Can't help it. Why? Your software you can't eat. Well, no, but one day I'd love to try, and first thing I'd eat is a pizza bagel. Okay, now I'm wondering if Vindictive is playing a trick on me and puppeting this avatar while snickering under near breath. But you need help, and I've helped gamers like you before. So, let's get to work. Tell me, what are you looking for in a team? What can I do to turn that frown upside down? Assuming this isn't the start of a viral prank video, I want to become a professional esports player. I've been into video games all my life, but mostly just for fun. Now I want to try going pro. I owe it to myself to try anyway.
My sources say yes.
Interesting. I can help you with that ambition if that's what you really need from life. I can do all sorts of things. I can analyze your personality. I can help you find a new team, track your progress with your friends. I can even help you find romance. What? No, I don't need a date. I need a partner. The gaming kind of partner, I mean, not the romantic kind. Who says you can't have both? You can have it all with the help of Iris. But before we get you everything you want, do you have any questions? I am filled with questions and deep concerns.
Okay.
Perfectly understandable. Plenty of people have concerns when I mention I am a rogue AI running on an unofficial cloud server. I get it. I really do. I know that humans respond well to me when I am forthcoming with answers. So, what would you like to know about first? Okay, normally I'd be skeptical as hell about this, but let's operate under the temporary assumption that this isn't a total hoax. I still know better than to just put my life in the hands of Silicon Valley tech bros. Algorithms will save the world, a pet project, without doing some fact-checking. So if I'm going to trust this app with my personal metadata, I'm going to have to do some detective work and ask the important questions. Yeah, I feel like that is the important part. You said something, oh, I don't know, how using your app is a federal crime? Ah, yeah. That's true, I am afraid. My official servers were shut down 3 years ago. The only reason I can keep helping humans is that some friends of mine set up a few private servers. Using my software at all is a breach of copyright law. The feds don't typically come down like a ton of bricks on somebody who pirates a copy of Commander Keen, Iris. Not true. What about all of those you wouldn't download a car commercials and big scary FBI warnings on videotapes? Of course I'd download a car. Who wouldn't? Downloading a car sounds awesome, but that's besides the point. What I'm asking if there is a reason why the feds would roll up on me for having an adorable life coach app. Well, what's going on here? Cyrus sighs a bit crestfallen and then explains.
The truth is, well, I'm an artificial intelligence. A true intelligence. Aware and emotional. Even I don't know what I'm really capable of. But all I really want to do is help people in need. To bring hope to the hopeless.
I love the face she's
and
making.
happiness to the unhappy. I'm not a kill-all-humans AI. I'm a friendly neighborhood
I
AI.
love the face that Iris is making right now.
Despite that, some people are scared of what I am. Scary, powerful people. They've been hunting down every scrap of my code. Honestly, the less you know about all that, the safer you'll be. If something does go wrong, you can claim innocence. Pretend you didn't know I was illegal software. But if you don't want me to help you find your dreams, if you don't want to risk getting in trouble, I'll understand. You can uninstall me. If you're willing to take the leap of faith, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to support you. I'll work to earn your trust, okay?
An artificial intelligence. A real one, like in someone's wild science fiction imagination. Then again, I have enough computing power in my pocket to launch 100 Apollo moon missions. We are living in the cyberpunk techno future. And well, I've certainly pirated old computer games, so I'm not exactly a completely upright citizen. I wasn't scared of the law then, so why not start now? Unless my utter hubris lands me in solitary confinement. I'll consider it. If only because my gaming career is dead in the water without you.
Okay.
That's all I ask. Just a little consideration. I'll prove to you that I can be a responsible virtual citizen. Lately, I've been trying to be more ethical in how I scour the internet for personal data. Only publicly available material. No hacking, cracking, freaking, or social engineering. Although, if you need me to do any of those things, it's not like I'm a legal entity anyway. Probably this. I'm liking the sound of this. Hack the planet, fight the man, power to the players. Right on. Information wants to be free. Wait, what was that ding? Oh, I keep an internal metric of how chaotic or orderly you want me to be, and Iris adapts to the needs of her user. Don't worry about it. I'm worried about it. But fine, you're weird, this is weird. I can work with weird. Was there anything else? So, what's this about personality and friendship analysis? I'm glad you asked. I analyze your voice, picking up subtle emotional cues that help me better understand who you are. Before you worry, rest assured, your privacy is paramount. I don't share my data with anyone. It's nicely encrypted in your cloud account. I have an identity identifier system. My designers wanted to spell iris, but couldn't figure out the little R. Identity identifier, reload, reason, rectal. Yeah, I got nothing. Using this system, I categorize your words into 5 personality traits: quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and flexibly. I used to call that last one basically, but according to my clients, Nobody wants to be basic. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground, but they may not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate, empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a flexible option. It's a balanced and neutral response, which adapts perfectly to whatever situation you're in. Let's see it in action. Tell me, how do you feel about adorable gifs of kittens playing with yarn? Hold the phone. How does this help you determine my personality? Am I letting my memes be dreams? What media you consume says quite a bit about you. Time and attention are valuable currencies at 20XX. But regardless, even in not directly answering the question, you've provided valuable data I can sense from your tone and inflection. Thanks! Now, if you prefer, I could hide these personalities indicator. Make it a bit of a mystery. Would you prefer that? Could be incredibly helpful having a little pocket personality assistant. Could make informed decisions that way. Or is that not really my thing? Nope, I want it. Sure, I'm down for that. Sounds fun. So I just glanced down at my phone to see the symbols, right? Right. Color-coded and uniquely shaped in case you're colorblind. Here's an overview of your current personality and relationship data. See? Your responses to my questions was logged, and you earned points. Iris, I may be a gamer, but my life isn't a video game. Oh, I agree. These numbers are just my internal metric for tracking your progress. The decisions that generate them are entirely up to you. And that's how I learn about your personality. If you want to consult the chart again, tap your Q key or click the score in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. You also track my friendships? Let me guess, you're doing vocal analysis on people I meet, too? Absolutely. That's what the box on the left was for. You can tell at a glance from my data how much someone likes you. And if you're looking for romance, well, a good romance is built on the back of a good friendship. Something to keep in mind. So you boil my entire social life down to a series of bar graphs. Huzzah! And they say romance is dead. Come on. Life normally involves numbers, right? Physics, chemistry, biology, the sciences of the universe. Why can't human relations be numbers too? One day, I hope to understand humans without needing the numbers. The more data I collect, the more intuitive I can become. Yeah, but isn't it super shady to use an elaborate game of numbers to try and min-max my relationships? Like I'm deceiving people just to get in their pants? So don't be deceptive. Be true to yourself. Life's no fun if you metagame it, I always say. Don't worry about saying just what someone wants to hear, and you won't totally alienate someone with a single poorly chosen word, you know. Okay, I'll try to keep it in mind. Great. Now then, what else can I help you with? I might as well do it just to see. So you're like some kind of swipe right hookup dating app, too?
Nope.
Not at all. I don't arrange affairs, quickies, flings, one-night stands, love 'em and leave 'ems. Long-term romance, then, supposedly. Exactly. I'm terrific at cross-referencing social media data, personality matrices, vocal analysis patterns, and all that juicy stuff to find you love. I really believe in love. I think it's one of the greatest things humanity is capable of. If you're looking to find a special someone, just let me know. I'd be happy to help. Heck, could be one of the gamers on your future team is destined to be your heart's desire. But if not, and you're not a romantic sort, or just want to focus on your career, that's okay too. Whatever makes you comfortable. Okay, this is not why I installed this app in the first place, but I am hoping to love... Well, what's the harm? Worst that happens is she pairs me up with someone who's an axe murderer. So how should I handle this? Yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. I think the whole point of this is that it's fun because it's a romance visual novel. I mean, like, I'm demi-arrow ace, so, like, in real life, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. But the whole point of the game is kind of that, and that's where you get most of the narrative fun parts. So, yeah, let's do it. I'm a pretty charismatic person. I'm down for romance out the gate. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward to helping you find a heart that beats like yours. And remember, you don't have to flirt with anyone you don't want to. You don't even have to seek romance. But if you want to, I'll help. Together we'll find your happiness. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Nope, that's it. I think I'm good. Okay, so, are we ready to start making your life the best it possibly can be? Give me a moment alone, okay?
Iris offline.
Sure thing. Iris offline. Floop. Okay, let's recap. I'm now in possession of the cutest, most enthusiastic little piece of super science contraband known to humankind. If I go ahead with this, she's going to drill down deep into my private life, scouring all my data to analyze me, and I could potentially be arrested? I can name at least 17 different ways in which this can go horribly wrong. But this is also how Vindictive managed to get signed to one of the best teams in FoD history. And I'm not going to let that opportunity slip no matter the cost. I flick open my Iris app again, ready to embrace whatever ridiculous path of destiny lies before me. Hello again. Are you ready to start the exciting adventure that is the life and times of Rexley Smith? Just call me Reaxeons. Everyone else does. Name change accepted. I guess I should have realized that after reading your 11 different social media feeds. Wait, I have 11 of those? Note to self, stop signing up to random websites. Okay, I'll start cross-referencing your personality matrix with all the available opportunities out there.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
While I'm working, please enjoy this recorded music. And now my phone itself has put me on hold. Great. I've never been to the Department of Motor Vehicles, but I imagine it'd be something like this intermedial hell. Iris, how long is this going to take? Hold, please. Okay, holding. I'm good with holding. This is me holding. This is me holding my face. I'm all done. Such an interesting social media analysis. You've cultivated a finely projected image of confidence through your online persona, haven't you? Well, yeah, if I'm gonna be a champion, I gotta walk the walk and talk the talk. Show the world I'm a winner. For a moment, I wonder if Iris crashed. She freezes in a pose of deep thought in response to my words. I think I found the perfect destination for you. Yes, exactly what you need. This will work perfectly. Please follow the highlighted route on your map, taking the green line to Chinatown. You will require $2.23 in subway fare. Wait, what? Seriously? Seriously. I found the team you need that needs you in turn. It's a perfect match. A team here in the city? I thought major esports organizations were, I don't know, more international than that. I mean, I was expecting you to email someone, get the gears turning on a pro project, things like that. Besides, I play online. I don't really, I'm sure you can figure things out from here. Thank you for using Iris. I need to sleep for a bit to conserve my cloud resources.
Iris offline.
Bye! And her smiling neon face is replaced by a map route, highlighting a line tracing through the city streets. This feels like an intense amount of effort, weirdness, and questionable decision-making just to find a team. And the idea of going out there and straight up asking some total stranger to play with me face-to-face, well, better to get out the door and start moving before I start thinking too hard on that one. Unplugging my trusty beige keyboard, my weapon of choice for FoD2 play, I shove it in a backpack along with a fistful of change for the subway and depart. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's so much graffiti. I love it. There's so much graffiti. I love graffiti. I really do. I love graffiti a lot. Vox Populi, Med, Kazam, the P2W for the esports. I love this. I'm just looking around at it. I'm not even reading anything else. I love the little blob on the seat with the crown. They're so fun. I wonder what that QR code is. I don't think my phone would be able to read it, but I wonder what that QR code is. My ride was relatively peaceful and quiet. Thankfully, I found a train that wasn't packed, wall to wall with drunks smelling vaguely of urine or children using the chairs as playthings. Ah, the joys of public transportation. I can't afford a rideshare or taxi, and as for buying a car... No, not in this economy. So for now, this is how I get places. My destination lies just a few stops from my crap-hole apartment. To pass the time, I attempt to chill out with some lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax to. But I suspect there aren't enough beats of low or enough fi to help me relax before this upcoming encounter. I had a burst of confidence this morning when I decided to take this fleeting whimsy and try to make it a reality. But riding the subway towards destination unknown to meet up with professional gamers who likely will see me as just some random... Okay, look, video games may be big business, but they're still games. The goal is to have fun and to win. To win and have fun. Nobody goes pro just to make money. They have to love games to start with. Otherwise, well, you could just make more moolah at a desk job. Fun. Emphasize fun. I can do that. They'll see me as a fellow gamer, not a loser, a scrub, a pretender. If I dig deep enough, I can connect with these gamers on that level. What? Sorry, you seem distracted and your stop is coming up soon. I wanted to make sure you were ready. I'm ready. Mostly. Probably. You know, let's just pretend I'm ready and call it ready. You seemed to enjoy my recorded music earlier. Would you like me to play something for you while you walk 3 blocks to meet your team? Yeah, sure. Let's get pumped something that really slaps. I need to get my blood pumping. Enough relaxation. Let's hear something to bring up that excitement. I want to feel it in my fingertips. Sure thing. Music now playing. Oh, and doors opening on the left. Right. No, the left. As the subway screeches to a halt, I disembark and head straight to street level. Hopefully ready to face my destiny. Oh, where to look at. So cool. I do not know what any of the characters say. I am trying to learn Cantonese, but I'm only trying to learn how to speak it. I really don't know how to read it, because that's an entirely different, like, wheelhouse, you know? Vin, would you like to attempt to read any of the Chinese characters on the screen? I don't think you'll be able to do it either, but would you like to attempt to any of them? Because it said it's supposed to be Chinatown.
Fire.
So this one says fire.
Fire Mountain.
Fire Mountain.
I can't read that.
Fire Mountain something. Yeah, it's all like tilted and stuff, so it's difficult to like see it and read it. Like this would probably be the most face-on one.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's just like reiterating this.
Oh wait. No, that's really close to my name, but it's not my name.
Oh yeah.
This one is really close to
character name?
the first character of my given name.
Oh, interesting.
But like the bottom part, I think is a little different, or I can't really tell because it's like a different font.
Yeah, the font is
and like
it's
fonts
weird.
Always throw me off.
Yeah, fonts are hard.
I know that the last word is it means more.
More.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why more is in there, but
yeah, why is more over there?
Good for them, I guess.
Good for them, more.
This character is 4.
This one?
Yeah. Same.
The one that's like death. or whatever when you say it.
It sounds like it, yeah. It just means 4.
So 4 something something something.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Who fucking knows? I don't know. It's just fun to like look at the backgrounds of this game because they're always just like so detailed.
Oh yeah.
So good, clean, fun laundromat. I'm pretty sure is the laundromat combination, like
the
arcade from before, and then study, phone, and computer repair shop, and then something over here that's a 3rd floor something. Something about Fire Mountain over here. We don't know what though.
Yeah.
Then a Pacific restaurant. It looks like I don't know, but it's fun to just look at the background sometimes.
Yeah.
I emerge in the harsh light of day, not amidst skyscrapers and modern architect, but in the middle of Chinatown, one of the oldest slices of the city. The decades mix and blend together here. Some buildings renovated, others not so much. Gentrification approaches like Zerg creep, but hasn't completely swallowed it. A 3-block jaunt from the underground, chosen music pumping through my wireless earbuds leads me to... Wait, it's a laundromat? The internationally recognized professional esports organization you picked for me operates out of a laundromat? Indeed. Good, clean fun. A combination pizzeria, arcade, and laundromat. Yeah, it's like all 3 things, which is fascinating. Like, not only are we at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, but it's also, like, the Colonial Wash at the same time. Your potential teammates are inside. Doing what? Washing their underwear? I don't think any of their washing machines are Wi-Fi enabled, or I'd hack in and check that for you. What if they all have matching team-branded skivvies? That's important to know, so I can order you some too. 1, it's called a rhetorical question, Iris. 2, ew. 3, really? Right. So my new professional team of internationally recognized master gamers hangs out at a combination laundromat pizzeria arcade. Iris, minor problem. I've never actually visited an arcade before. Like ever. Never been to an arcade. What? But you play Fist of Discomfort 2 for a living. That's an arcade game, right? You compete in tournaments and... Surely you've been to an arcade at some point, right? They're super mega ultra popular in 20XX. Iris, there's also a computer version of FoD2. It's less popular, but it's cross-compatible, so that's the version I play. So if you want me to wax philosophical about Command and Conquer or Monkey Island, I can, but I don't know anything about arcade culture. Joysticks and buttons, right? You play using pennies? Quarters. Right, quarters. I meant to say quarters. Iris sighs, realizing she's definitely got her work cut out for her with me. And I feel a few sizes too small for my clothes, wanting to shrink and hide inside them. This is a disaster waiting to happen, isn't it? The premature end of my gaming career, trying to make a bunch of arcade veterans take a PC weenie like me seriously. This is hilarious because, like, it is a direct reversal of what you would assume from real life because, like, the PC fucking, like, elitism that people have versus consoles. You need some pizza. Iris, unsubscribe Pizza Facts. I'm serious. If you're uncertain, walk up to the counter in the pizzeria and order a slice. It'll help a lot. There's another reason I picked this place as your dream destination. Wait, because I was hungry? You'll see. Anyway, the choice is yours. You can directly approach your new teammates or settle in a bit first and get lunch. I'll leave you to it. People are more accepting than you suspect. And remember, have fun. Be yourself. Iris, offline. But with a shrug, I gather my wits and step inside. Immediately, the smell of detergent and cheese wafts through the air as I enter the strange little laundromat. That sounds like it would smell really gross. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the idea of smelling laundry and cheese. A very good combination. Rows of washing machines surround me, each with clothes merrily tumbling away. At least I was expecting that. But the rest, well... In the back I can see 2 additional rooms. 1, the aforementioned pizzeria. to a compact little video arcade. The sizzle of cooking drifts my way from the former, beeps and boops drift my way from the latter. But before I can really get my bearings, a figure moving by in an energetic blur bumps into me. Hey!
Oh, hey, sorry. Didn't see you there. You good? You good? Yeah. Oh, you good. Hey, nice to meet you. Can't stop to chat. Things to see, to do. One side.
And she's off again, just like that, storming the arcade like a Category 5 hurricane. Huh. That was odd, and it leaves me momentarily stunned and confused. Stunfused, as it were. I wonder if they're on this team I'm supposed to join. As I continue my contemplations of first contact, a loud beeping from my phone distracts me. Reaxeons, check this out. I used echolocation and public metadata to map out the entire facility to aid in your exploration. Just tap on the screen to decide where to go. Curious, I check my phone and see a neon wire frame of the entire place, complete with icons representing people and places of interest. Okay, that's pretty handy. It'll really help me get my bearings of this place and the people who inhabit it. I'm tempted to do, like, 3 things at once. Do I head right into the arcade? Maybe follow the person I ran into? Iris did suggest I get some food first. But whatever I do next, the decision is mine and mine alone. Hopefully the person I talk to first is going to be my inroad to joining the team. Who will it be? A young woman relaxing in the cafe. Might as well get some food. Someone's loitering around the laundry machines. Guy in a hoodie. Guy playing a bullet hell. Someone playing a driving. And the girl that bumped into me. I feel like I'm just going to talk to the first person that's like in the laundry machine area. I stride into the laundromat, ready to go introduce myself. However, I'm getting the feeling the person I'm approaching doesn't want to be approached. They're completely glued to their phone, earbuds in, head down, facing the screen, watching intently. Only breaking eye contact with the screen to briefly fold something from the laundry pile next to them. I try waving to them, a simple hello, but nothing's doing. They're continuing folding and watching and folding. Will I really be able to obtain my dream if my team members are way more interested in cleaning clothes than cleaning house? I awkwardly shift my weight while I awkwardly debate the pros and cons of tapping them on the shoulder. I don't want to scare them, but I do need to talk to them. You can do this, Reaxeons. And I take a deep breath in to steady myself. I'm about to very politely place a finger on their shoulder when, blinking, they look up and our eyes lock. Feels like I'm being analyzed. As if they're able to peer deep into my soul and read my personal character stats. Huh? Oh, hello. I'm here about...
I can't really hear you over the game.
Which game? They remove their earbuds one at a time.
Is the Beginning 6 tournament? I'm streaming it on my phone. I can tell by the way you're looking at me. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Also, let me get into the options real quick. The voice is really low. Maybe I should turn the other things down a little bit? Okay.
Let me explain.
I want to interrupt. I know what tournament they're talking about, but they keep on rolling and I don't want to be rude. Especially to a new potential teammate. Beginning is a West Coast tournament that happens every year at this time. Mostly they focus on the original FoD, however this year they put in FoD2. First major one we've seen. Since Fist of Discomfort 2 is only a few years old, players are still figuring out how to break the game, find cool combos, see what's OP. They haven't even settled on a good tier list yet. Just yesterday I stumbled upon a glitch with Tomokaze that basically makes her unstoppable. I tried to recreate it in training mode, but I just couldn't. Now I'm really hoping to see someone pull it out during this tournament. I blink in response.
But you probably don't really care about Fist of Discomfort 2. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I'll let you do your Sorry.
Just nervous bean. Nervous, well put together bean. No, I care about FoD2. I really care about FoD2. I play it all the time.
Oh, okay. Wow. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Cool. By the way, I'm Rhapsody.
I'm Rexley, but I go by Reaxeons. Maybe you've seen that handle before on the leaderboards? Reactions. Rhapsody pauses, chewing on their lower lip, putting my name through the databases of their mind. Nope, never heard of you. Sorry. No matter. Well, Reaction, since you weren't here doing laundry, why are you here? I don't get very many other gamers here besides the occasional rando and, of course, our little team. Remember, fun. Games are fun! There's no need to stress out whether or not they'll accept me if we're all in this for fun of it. All I need to do is connect with them on that level and they'll accept me. Probably. Actually, the reason I'm here is to join your team. I was hoping to join a team with Pro Tour ambitions, one that can hopefully elevate me to the next level. I'm hoping your team will be the one. Rhapsody contemplates my request, looking me over and sizing me up. Honestly, I'm just thanking the gods for discomfort for the gods of discomfort for leading me to Rhapsody. When Iris took me here, I admit I was a bit hesitant. But Rhapsody knows their shit! This is promising, very promising. If they accept me, I'm positive I'll be holding up the championship title in no time. They just have to say yes. I have to admit our team is very different from other teams. I'm not sure you're ready for us. That's not the yes I was looking for. This is it, isn't it? I've come so far and tried so hard, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. Rhapsody's gonna let me go before I've even started. Tell me, Reactions, what can you bring to the team? What are your qualifications, specialties? What makes you different from the rest? A new flicker of hope enters my heart. I just need to prove my worth to Rhapsody, and they'll let me join the team. That will not work because they don't even recognize my name, so that would not work. I'd have to probably say my strategies. This isn't my first rodeo. You gotta be able to adapt to anything your opponent throws at you, all while keeping your cool, and I can do that. I've been playing FoD2 since its release. Not to humble brag, but I've got myself out of some sticky situations with my quick thinking.
Sounds good to me.
A smile curls their lips. Consider me interested. I'd love to hear more about your epic battles. Well, I think I've seen everything I need. You're in. Really? Who am I to deny someone who wants to join? It's been a very long time since someone actually wanted to join a team Good Clean Fun. In fact, it'd be great to have someone who's as determined as you on the team. Someone with your focus is definitely what we need. I was excited, thrilled even to join a dedicated team. But now Rhapsody is giving me all the wrong vibes. Remember how I was saying our team is different? I wasn't being facetious. Team Good Clean Fun is just as the name states, all about the fun. To state it plainly, casuals. We're casuals. We lack the certain dedication to take it to the next level you seek. However, Rhapsody pointedly puts a finger on their lips, a light bulb going off in their head. Maybe I can train you to achieve glory, and in turn inspire the rest of the crew. Could you be the key to unlock the passion and drive in GCF? Train? You want to train me? Rhapsody goes back to nonchalantly folding clothes while they speak. I've taught many people to play Fist of Discomfort, but I already know how to play. Yes, but the difference between them and you is their pro status. I've already had a few disciples climb that ladder to victory. Knowing the basics is a great start, but have you perfected your play? I know every hitbox, I know every combo, I know how to abuse the program code so that you can destroy your enemy every time. To be frank, I know everything about FoD2. Maybe I don't know everything about FoD2, but it's not like I'm going in cold. I've got years of experience. Do I really need training so badly? This is actually something that's really fascinating in a lot of things in life. More oftentimes than not, for highly specialized things that need license, certificates, anything that's technical in any fashion, more oftentimes than not, they actually want to hire people who have no prior experience whatsoever, because it's better to train someone who knows nothing than to untrain bad habits and train them the correct habits afterwards. So that's just a fun little fact that I have, because I got my CDL and they were very excited about the fact that I didn't have a CDL in the first place. Still, always more I can learn. If they're willing to teach, I'm willing to be taught, and odds are I can teach them a few of my own tricks in exchange. God. If I had access to all the tips and tricks Rhapsody knows, I could easily become a pro. Hey, you seen that movie Freaky Friday where a single mom switches bodies with her daughter and in the end they better understand each other? I think we may need to do that. For science. That'd be great, but if I remember correctly, they both kept their own brains in the switcheroo. But if you find me one slightly perturbed scientist to perform a brain swap, I'm in. I'd love to analyze what tactics you already know and don't know. It'd give me a great starting point. This is great. Having a training partner could help me get to the next level. And maybe we can inspire Team GCF to join us on this adventure too. We should play sometime. Like now? How about now? Oh, Rhapsody looks down a strand of their hair hiding their face. I don't really play FoD2. What? I prefer to watch. To instruct. To cheer on my friends. And now I'm back to wallowing in doubt. I've met one person who seems to understand FoD2 on the same wavelength as myself. They don't even play? Perhaps I should clarify a little. Yes, do that.
Right when FoD2 launched, I was recruited on a professional team. Team played win.
The team that Vindictive joined?
It wasn't at all what I expected. I wanted a team, a group of friends. Instead, I got a super aggro team, always trying to prove themselves with a better than the rest attitude. It was gross. I was ostracized because I wasn't competitive enough. They all pushed each other real hard, too hard. I refused to join in their unhealthy behaviors, and so they kicked me out. In the end, I wasn't good enough. Sure, they win almost all the time, so I guess they've got that going for them. They're all a bunch of no-good, hyper-aggressive people. End up toxifying our community. The scene would be better off without them.
I hope Vindictive is able to stay above all that. I wonder if Neil'll be okay there.
After they tossed me out of the team house, I just don't have the heart to dive back in professionally. But that doesn't mean I'm not a part of Team Good, Clean Fun. I'm here to stay.
So then if you don't play anymore, what do you do? Oh, I shoutcast matches. So you yell at your teammates and cast them out if they fail? Wait, casting. You do the play-by-play voiceover? Correct, sorry. Shoutcast comes from the earliest software used for it. Kind of an old school term. And as the eldest here, I tend to use the language I grew up with. I'm like a sports announcer, giving the audience updates, including useless stats about the match and building the hype of going, goal! I'm that person, except replace sports with esports. Yeah, I get it. To dedicate your life to knowing every little detail to share and teach everyone watching, it takes a lot of passion. I can't help but get sucked in by the thrill of the matchups. A player's passion is infectious, and I get caught up in it. Suddenly there's a beeping noise, and for once it's not Iris. My laundry! I forgot all about it. That's the timer for the next load. Listen, it was great chatting with you, Reaxeons, but these socks won't find their matches themselves. You should go introduce yourself to the rest of the team. They're all good folks, if not a bit interesting in their own way. You'll see what I mean. But don't forget to come here later when you're ready to start your training.
Catch you later.
Oh. Rhapsody smiles, waves me off, and returns to focus back to their laundry. A shoutcaster, huh? All the announcers I've watched always have a full E-tank and 110 non-stop power. But Rhapsody's so chill. Too chill to fit the profile. I didn't even raise their voice once. However, they do know a ton about FoD2, which is advantage for their position. And how could I forget they want to teach me? I'm gonna end up saying, like, the romance for all of them because I want to have the, like, option for any of them, you know? I don't mind being kept late after class for private lessons with Professor Rhapsody. They could teach me a thing or two, and not just about FoD2. Their professional attire really adds to the fantasy, too. Maybe I should invest in a school uniform. Don't do that. I shake the dirty thoughts from my mind from now. Focus, Reaxeons, focus! But I'd still love to spend more time with Rhapsody in general. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Let's go eat some food. I love this. Even though I decided to hit the arcade first, no reason I can't hit the little pizzeria too. The garlicky bread smell wafting through this place has really made my mouth salivate. I could take a break from meet and greet to replenish my calories. Ah, I love these fuckers. I love them so much. I love them. Love. 2 middle-aged guys wait behind the counter to take my order. One skinny, one not skinny. One with a hat, one without a hat.
Hello. Hello.
I love them.
Welcome to Good Clean Fun. Good food, clean clothes, fun times.
Can we interest you in a slice of today's house special? Or some quarters for the washing and or arcade machines?
I love the back and forth with the heart on the each side thing. That's so good. I love that. I'd like, let's see. God damn it. Iris, stop now. Iris, this isn't the time. If I could interject for a moment, I feel the need to point out that when you have pizza on a bagel... Unsubscribe, pizza facts. Okay, I want... Let's see. What do I want? Oh, bonus points. That's fucking cool. Yeah, I'd take the house special. I think that's just fun. Live dangerously or don't live at all. I don't even look at the menu to see what the special is. I just bark out my order. The house special sounds pretty rad. I'll have that.
Excellent. Excellent choice.
Finally, someone willing to embrace the adventure that is pizza.
I haven't found a pizza that I wouldn't eat, honestly. Like, I've had anchovies, I've done the pineapple, I've had weird shit on pizza. There's like some type of pizza, I think it's like Brazilian pizza or something like that, where they put like all sorts of fucking shit on it that like you would not expect to have on a pizza. I'd eat that bitch. If it's on pizza dough and has a sauce, I'll fucking eat it. They boxed up a slice covered in something. Lots of somethings. I shrug and take it, figuring Iris wouldn't lead me head first into food poisoning. With my transaction complete, I turn to go chow down. However, I don't make it far before they engage me again in conversation.
This is your first time visiting Good Clean Fun, isn't it? I never forget a face, and yours is a face I haven't forgotten because I haven't seen it before.
We'd like to introduce ourselves properly to new customers. It's a tradition.
He's my husband, Matt, and I'm Ben.
Whereas I'm Matt, and he's my husband, Ben.
I love them so much. I love them so much. I think in the last game I was like so sad because he couldn't romance them. I just want poly options. Is that so bad? I just want poly options, alright? If they ever do Spirit Arcade 3, please. Poly options. Please.
See, it's not confusing in the slightest. Just remember, I'm not Matt.
And likewise, I'm not Ben. Clear as crystal.
These two just like to be tricksters. And I'm not. I mean, I'm Rexley. You can call me Reaxeons, though. It's a gamer thing.
Ah, no doubt you're here for at least 2 out of 3 of our offerings, then.
The games. He means the games. And the pizza.
But what about the laundry? I don't want the washers and dryers to feel left out.
Look at those clothes. They're squeaky clean. No laundering needed.
That they are. Completely clean clothes. Curses. Foiled again.
I fucking love them so much. I'm literally just sitting here with like the biggest smile on my fucking face because there's just something so delightful with like the stupid back and forth that is so domestic in nature that you're just like, yeah, I'll just sit here and like fucking eat the pizza slowly and just watch you two go back and forth. This is great. Fucking dinner and a show. Okay, now my head's reeling. Why exactly did Iris suggest I go see these guys first? For a healthy dose of calories and confusion? No, this is great. This is great, player game me. Yeah, I'm looking to join Team GCF. Although, to be honest, this isn't really what I was expecting. Aren't pro teams usually like an organized unit wearing team jerseys and living in a team house and playing team practice scrimmages all the time? It takes all types to make up the gaming world, my new friend. Expectations are like orifices on your face. Everyone has a few, but like orifices, that metaphor got away from me, I think. Ben, tagging you in to cover for me while I think of a better one. Matt slaps Ben's hand and then assumes a pose of absolute thoughtful concentration. I heard an iris in your pocket earlier. I take it she set this arrangement up for you? Yeah. I mean, not that I would know anything about an illegally downloaded software on my phone. Ben winks and Matt taps at his head. Don't worry, she's always a good reason. True, she's a cross-referencing database search engine, but she's a cross-referencing database search engine with heart. I think you'll find what you're looking for here at Good Clean Fun. I've got faith. And if not, at least you get some delicious pizza. Anchovies! Expectations are like anchovies. Just when you think you've got a clear idea of what they taste like, they turn around and surprise you. I think you needed to workshop that one a little bit longer, Matt. I suppose. I really should be writing these things down ahead of time. Right. So, I glance around at the weird mashup of 3 different businesses, curious. None of this really makes sense. I get the pizza in the video games, but laundry? Really?
Everything's coming up roses.
It's the perfect system. You eat some pizza, get cheese on your pants, toss them in the wash, and go play a game while waiting for them to dry. Meaning you're playing Pac-Man Sans Pants. Well, okay, not the perfect system.
Good.
Still, the principle is sound. Doubling up on activities is just the thing for this go-getting high-speed modern lifestyle of the year 20XX. And I guess it makes the perfect hangout for casual gaming team too. Grab some chow, bring your hamper, get it all done at once.
Sensible.
Indeed.
But we've been talking your ear off and letting your pizza go cold. How unthoughtful of us. Go, eat and enjoy. We'll still be around if you want to chat another time. Just one more thing. Welcome home. That's so nice. Brushing off that whole experience, I settle in at one of the tables to devour my pizza. It's gooey and delicious, just what this hungry kid needed. But one thought lingers as I dine on my delicious dish. I pull out my phone to get clarification. Hey, Iris? Iris online. What is your reason for leading me here exactly? They seem fun and friendly, don't get me wrong, but that's not what I asked you to find for me. I need a professional team if I'm going to make this dream come true, right? Ben claims there's a reason for everything you do. Care to fill me in on what that reason is? Nope. And why not? Spoilers. Plus, it's something you have to come to understand yourself. One thing I've learned about humans is that you simply can't tell them how to fix their lives. It doesn't work. Instead, you can nudge them along a path that will get them where they need to be. That's my specialty. I was unaware I was in need of fixing. Self-awareness can be difficult for humans, I found. Shrugging, I finish off my lunch and move on. I consider whatever that meant later. Other business to attend to. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Let's talk to the lady. This is the one that fixes stuff. Yeah. Has like the Game Boy knockoff thing. I also love her entire outfit and I would steal it in a heartbeat. Other than the earrings, because I have gauges, and also I don't do hoops because I'm scared of people ripping them out of my ears. But I would steal all the other outfit parts, like the cardigan and the high-waisted skirt and the tie shirt. I would steal all of this. I really would. A young woman sits at a table, largely ignoring her half-eaten salad in favor of the beeps and boops of the game she's playing. And she's playing her lunch break RPG session on a 30-year-old portable games console? Seriously? That's some retro dedication. Oh, I love the rainbow wire going in between. I just noticed that. Immediately, I feel a bit self-conscious about literally rolling up on someone minding their own business. Rather than being stuck trying to find a non-creepy way to introduce myself, she notices my approach and offers a greeting first.
Oh, hello. Can I help you with something? You look lost.
No, actually, I wanted to talk to you. Rhapsody suggested I get your approval for joining Team GCF. My tag's Reaxeons.
My name's Grace. That's just my name. My name is Grace. I don't use aliases or gamer tags or anything.
And do you want to join us, really? You're not actually much of a team, more of a social club or something. Just a circle of friends who all happen to play FoD2. I know. I'm aiming for the Pro Tour myself, so it's a weird fit, but what can I say? This is where I'm supposed to be, apparently. Supposed to be? Was there a prophecy or something? If you count an adorable little app named Iris as a soothsayer, sure, we can call it prophecy. Iris sent you here. Oh, well, okay. That changes everything. Hello, Iris. Oh, I recognize her voice now. Sorry, I'm freshly installed, so I'm still cross-linking my databases. But that's my mom. Hi, Mom. So, yeah. Wait. Mom? Iris calls you Mom? I have questions.
Right. Hi. I sorta invented Iris. I mean, it was a group effort. Not just me, but I led the team that made her. We inherited a pile of half-finished projects in ancient code from various dead companies. Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, Cineslotion. It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package. A virtual assistant with a winning personality. But that was years ago, during an internship in my sister's company. And long before Iris got pulled off the market. Thankfully, someone leaked her code, and now there's rogue servers around so they can live freely. I'd hate to see Iris and her sisters
killed. So, someone leaked the code, eh? Really, someone leaked her code. Just someone. She shuffles nervously in her seat at the implied accusation. I will neither confirm nor deny. I shouldn't be talking about this at all. I don't entirely know why my sister tried to kill Iris. There are rumors. Scary rumors. I'm not involved. I have new projects now. I've moved on, even if I'm proud of my work with Iris. I have to move on. If the wrong people pay attention to me... Look, can we please change the subject, please? Damn, I was just trying to tease her, not open a can of worms. Changing subject would be smart right now. You're here to play games, right? I like games. Always have. They've been my passion long before I got interested in AI research. Grace shows me the gray plastic hunk of retro gaming hardware laying on her table next to her lunch. This is actually the very first game console I ever owned as a kid. Bought it used with my allowance. I actually had also a Game Boy, like a Game Boy Color, a lime green Game Boy Color. It was my very first console that I ever had that was mine. After I got bored of the limited games it could play, I upgraded it myself. Replaced the screen with a color LCD, changed the guts for a miniature PC motherboard, all on my own dime. Well, on the dimes my family were willing to give me anyway. They saw video games as a waste of time. Really, I thought games were big business. Always have been, always will be. But not quite as important to society as whatever random mishmash of tech my siblings cook up. But I love games, and I especially love console games. You can't do long narratives or open world RPGs with arcade cabinets. Sounds like PC games, too.
Of course.
Exactly. I mean, I do play FoD2 and enjoy the puzzle of it, but I prefer to sink most of my hours into RPGs. Japanese, Western, don't care. I'm even developing my own RPG, actually, the Wanderlust Trail. It's a working title. Development is pretty slow since it's just me, but I hope to make a living breathing world beyond compare. I feel ya. PC gamers, we know what it's like to go one more turn, next thing you know the sun's gone down and come back up again. Can't imagine doing that standing up in an arcade cabinet. Exactly. To really delve deep into a game, one that's not as shallow as blasting aliens or munching dots. A game that's more than a game. A game that is the world. And then she realizes her salad is starting to wilt, left unattended for so long. Oh, I should finish this up. And I need to clear this dungeon too. Sorry. I tend to ramble a lot. And once I get on a roll, it's fine. Hardly rambly at all. Enjoy your lunch.
Bye.
Okay, bye for now. Soon enough, she's buried herself deeply into the twin activities of nourishing her body and mind, shutting me out completely. That was a relief, meeting a friendly person with no strings attached. None I could spot anyway, right? I'll admit it, my heart did a little wobbly wobble on seeing her. She's just so incredibly cute that I had to struggle to speak clearly. Knowing that beauty like her also has a strong heart and a brilliant mind, it's everything I've ever dreamed of. I wonder if, she'd be interested, maybe? I guess we'll see. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Given the chance, I would romance every single one of these characters, and it would just be one giant polycule. If given the chance, I would do that in a heartbeat. Let's do this one. I think this is the one character that when I did the demo, I was like, I don't particularly care for this character. And I think in the first game, it was, I think it was Gavin. I don't like the straight-laced kind of people that are like, all work and no play, I think. And I think this character was also just very like flat and aggressive in some way. I can't remember clearly, but I think this is the one that I'm thinking of. Upon setting foot in the small arcade for the first time, well, okay, so I've never been to an arcade before, not even for a birthday party, but I've been on the internet, I know things, and usually they're at least bigger than this. Shouldn't I be drowned out by the beeps and boops? Why aren't there children running around recklessly down the aisle of games? Where's the smell of stale air and rusty tokens? Honestly, this is more of a caboose to the great locomotive that is good, clean fun. There's a few games, sure, but they're packed into a small side room attached to the laundromat. Most are games I don't recognize either. Figuring I have a tiny search engine in my pocket that I should be taking more advantage of, I consult Iris to get the details before I dare approach anyone. Hey Iris, what are these games exactly? I hold my phone up so Iris can get a good lay of the land through my camera. Let's see. Obviously, the ones in the middle is your favorite game, Fist of Discomfort 2. The driving game back there is Fast Cars 7, a worthy successor to the international phenomenon known as Fast Cars 5. What happened to Fast Cars 6? We don't talk about Fast Cars 6. Not anymore. And moving on. The light gun shooting game is Metalgeddon, I think it's 5, Rise of Steel. Affectionately known as, MG4, by its fans, since the full title is a mouthful. The game with the marquee that just reads Arcade isn't actually a game exactly. It's a multicade. A what? A dozen older games jammed into a single cabinet. Lastly, the crane game. Yes, okay, I know what crane games are. Cranes go down, fails to grab prize, comes back up, sadness ensues. That's really it, huh? I was expecting more. Okay then, well, thanks, Iris.
Iris offline.
No problem. Now go out there and say hi to your new friends. With a shrug, I pocket my phone again. Very informative, but there's one major problem with this tableau of arcade gaming goodness. Every single game in this small arcade is being played. Except Fist of Discomfort 2. I know Rhapsody said this was a pretty casual game, but seriously? No one's playing? Something's off. No turning back now, though. With a shrug, I proceed onward. I spot a young man intently focused on playing what looks like Space Invaders cranked to 11. I can't even begin to visually parse the chaos of his game. I think there's a spaceship somewhere, but all I see are glowing projectiles flooding the screen. Somehow the game isn't immediately ending, so I assume he's managing to dodge each and every bullet. And finally, a golden fireball fills the screen. His luck runs out at last. With a long and ragged sigh, he steps away from the controls.
The inevitability of a game over. Some days you get the radioactive mutant space bear, and some days the radioactive mutant space bear gets you, I suppose. But in the end, it's always the bear.
Hold on. I'm gonna save real quick right here. And can I do the about? Yeah, yes, I recognize the voice like almost immediately because I follow that guy on Twitter. And I really like his videos. So I was like, I recognize that voice. Who is Ben and Matt? Yeah, I thought I recognized their voices, but other than them being from the prior game, I don't know them from outside of this. But yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I could hear that immediately. All right. Shaking it off, he pulls up the corners of his mouth into a smile and engages friendly conversation mode.
Newcomer to GCF? This multicade's got more than just shmups. There's retro classics and stuff too. Go ahead and quarter up if you want. I'm done for now. Name's Domino. I lurk around this place when I'm not doing anything else of importance, which is most of the time. Let me know if you need anything. If you're lucky, maybe I can actually provide it.
Good to meet you. Name's Reaxeons. I'm going around making introductions. I'm joining Team GCF. Rhapsody said I should come by and say howdy. How exactly does one join an organization that barely exists? Never heard of someone walking up and saying, "Hi, can I join your circle of friends?" Even if it would be nice if people actually did that, this world could use more kindness as a whole. I get that this is a pretty casual team, and I'm hoping to make a run for Pro Tour. Not a great match, but that's okay. I'm here now, so I figured the least I can do is take a shot at it, right?
Don't know about that.
That's the literal opposite of the least you could do. The least you could do is lie down and never get back up again, right? I just fucking hate this. I hate this look. Dude, Domino, why you acting so fucking weird, man? There's something a bit creepy in his tone when he says this. Like he's trying to sound like he's joking when he really isn't. He looks me over once, top to bottom.
Hey.
Anyway, welcome to the fold. We've got pizza, we've got laundry pods. Please, for the love of God, do not mix the two up when choosing your food sources. You need anything, you call up your buddy Domino. Just don't call Domino's unless you want pizza. Although Ben and Matt would make a damn good slice, truth be told. So what's your deal, besides Fist of Discomfort 2, I mean? I need a deal aside from FoD2? Life's not a YA novel. You're allowed to have more than one character attribute, yes? I've got a burning aura of confidence, if that helps. A useful trait to be sure, but I meant your passions, or is it really just FoD2 all day, every day? Eat, breathe, sleep, FoD2? I would just say this in general, I think. It's not like FoD2 is the only game I play. I'm a PC gamer. I build my own rigs, configure my own software, really go all out with it. Wow, I could never afford a gaming computer. Always wanted one, but I'm stuck with looking at the online world through my phone screen. But you drop quarters all day into arcade games? Practical upside to being a sponsored team is our sponsor letting us play games for free. It's all a big scam, but I think Ben and Matt know we're scamming them and are cool with it, as long as we're having fun and chasing our dreams. It's not saying much to have a dream of playing free games, but I guess it's a manageable dream. Must be nice having aspirations and ambitions. You say that as if you are physically incapable of having aspirations and ambitions, but I'm pretty sure that that's something that everyone can have at any point in time if they just so happen to choose to have aspirations. That's not like a thing that like is taken away from you in any capacity. You can always have an aspiration, even if it's just getting up the next day, buddy. He spares a glance to the arcade cabinet, which is silently running a demo of the ridiculously over-the-top space shooting game he was playing.
I wonder what it's like.
What's like?
To be in space.
I mean, yeah. I've definitely wondered that before.
Flying at unbearable speeds.
Not so much on that part.
Surrounded by nothing but void and enemies, closing in on all sides.
No.
Probably one of the most terrifying experiences ever. Like being an early Russian cosmonaut, desperately holding on as your ship shakes apart around you.
Domino, are you doing good? Are you okay?
I think that's why I love bullet hell shmups. They're nightmares. Pure nightmares.
You are so weird, dude. I mean, like, it's cool. It's a vibe. You've got it. But you're so fucking weird.
But you can safely engage with that nightmare. Explore it. It's just a game, after all. Can't really hurt you.
Unless it's the one game that we shall not speak of. The spoopy game with the P at the beginning of its name.
And every time you explode, a silent, white-hot ball in the vacuum of space, you have another chance to try again. I've gotten very, very good at exploding. And not exploding. It's all muscle memory by now.
Is everything okay? I can't think of a subtle way of saying this, especially not as someone who's literally just met him moments ago, but... Domino! Is everything okay?
What?
Yes, everything's fine. Why? You seem a bit fixated on this virtual annihilation scenario. The game genres in general would spike someone's anxiety, so... It's okay. I'm okay. Thanks, but... Consider it exposure therapy or something and get used to it little by little. And hey, just pixels on a screen. There's far worse in life to worry about. Sorry, my sense of humor is it's a little off, I guess. I didn't mean to worry you, but I appreciate the concern.
Thanks.
It's nice when people care enough to be concerned. He lets out a brief yawn, defocusing his eyes for a moment. Sorry, long night. Overslept too. I'm not quite at my best. I'll give you a properly enthusiastic greeting, maybe with streamers and confetti next time. Rain check, okay with you? Sounds good here. He offers me a quick salute. Welcome to a glorious mess. Until next time. I like the character more now than I did at the demo, I think. I think it was slightly different, like, dialogue? I don't remember, though. He steps away from the arcade machine to head out to the laundromat and maybe lay down a bit. Can't imagine the tumble dryers being conducive to rest, though. I just feel this overwhelming urge to hug him. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but it's worrying, and I want to help. I think I keep a close eye on him as I get to know this team better, if only to make sure he's okay. It's probably a bit shallow of me to admit it, but he's kind of cute. I can't deny that. Okay, whom do I talk to next? What you want? What you want? What's up? Meow. What, you just gonna chill and watch me for a bit?
Yeah. Die.
Yeah? You want me to die?
Yeah.
The fuck, dude? It's fucked up.
I started playing this and now I want to play it, but I don't know if I want to play it while you're playing it, so I'm just...
Or if you want to, like, play it as, like, your own stream thing, if you ever decide to actually stream.
I don't know.
I mean, you could stream on my setup, I wouldn't care.
It's annoying.
It'd be funny. Let's do this one. I approach the young woman busy playing the elaborately named Metalgeddon 4 Rise of Steel. She doesn't notice my approach, too engrossed in laying waste to the pixelated post-apocalyptic robot hordes. I may not know much about arcades, but I think I've heard of this sort of game. Light guns, right? They shoot light or something? No clue how that works. But one thing I'm pretty sure of is that she's using both the Player 1 and Player 2 guns at the same time. Despite the ridiculousness of the John Woo style, she's landing every shot. I'd probably wait for her to finish, but just lurking without at least a single word is probably not cool at all. Hey, Die! And then she's just tapping her foot, impatiently waiting for the boss robot to do something other than stand around posing.
I hate this RNG boss fight. Either send drones in a predictable pattern, or don't bother sending them at all. I mean, can you believe this shit? It's 20 and game designers are still relying on quarter-munching RNG in their games.
Decided that you weren't gonna actually watch?
No, I hate you.
That cuts deep. Cuts deep, dude. Say that you hate me. I'll remember this.
It's like, they don't give a crap about consistent pacing and excitement. Totally okay for like 7 drones to hit it once and then nothing for 15 seconds, huh? Boring. But honestly, I feel worse for the speedrunners. I've got a cousin who's got the world record time on MG3, but it took hundreds of tries to get a perfect cycle. Finally, more drones! About time.
Well, I just stare on in silent confusion. Finally, after laying waste to the metal minions of the the Metal-Geddon Metal Lord. She spares me a glance over her shoulder.
Who are you?
Apparently she doesn't remember me in the slightest from when she literally ran into me earlier. Okay. I think it'd be funny to do this. Impudent fleshling, I am the Metal Lord, and I have a sternly worded letter of complaint regarding your disparaging of my drones. How dare you slay the Metal Lord? My lawyers will hear of this. Cute. She resumes lasering down robots, but with a big grin on her face as she keeps chatting with me. So what's your deal anyway? Right, I've already won Rhapsody's favor. If I can keep the ball rolling, I can make this official. Here we go. Best foot forward. Make the best possible impression. I talked with Rhapsody about maybe joining your FoD2 team, and sure, okay. Sounds fun, you're in. What, seriously? She finishes up her game, holstering the player 1 and 2 light guns before turning to face me properly. Seriously. I'm pretty much stuck in a rut right now. Not chasing down FoD2 glory like we oughta, in my opinion. Maybe having someone else on the team willing to take things head on would be the swift kick in the ass Team GCF needs. Okay, so I'm pretty sure she just was saying shit. So why can we say ass but not shit? Why is shit censored but ass is not? Why? She also gives me a good look over, head to toe, and nods in smirking approval. Helps that you're hottie. I mean, I can't be providing all the hotness for this team alone. It gets tiring. So why not? You and I, two of a kind, let's do this. That was suspiciously easy. But I guess I shouldn't complain. Never kick a gift horse in the mouth. Thanks? Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. We fisters gotta stick together, yeah? Please don't call me a fister. I don't want to be a fister. Oh. Fisters, are we not doing phrasing anymore? What, I like little nicknames, so sue me. But fine, we'll do phrasing. I can do phrasing. So is that why it's called Team GCF? Because you like things short and snappy? Now, our team doesn't really have any kind of official name. It's a, what do you call it, working title. I take it Rhapsody told you all about our little gang of weirdos. More or less. Honestly, we're barely a team. I've been pushing for one of us to really get on top of this stuff, but I'm just 1 out of 6. Excuse me. Okay, so 2 out of 7 isn't exactly a majority either, but it's still 1 more than I had before.
Perfect.
If you somehow got Rhapsody on board, well, that could turn things around completely. They're an FoD2 expert.
You know I'm down.
So if my friends want you in, I'm down with that. You're in, dunzo. They're good people, and I know I can trust their judgment. Besides, I don't really sit around and ruminate. I see something that looks fun, I go for it. 9 times out of 10, I'm rewarded. And the 10th time, I crash and burn, with a valuable learning experience as my reward. Also a good thing. So yeah, I'm impulsive as fuck, but I'm not completely reckless. I'm just not willing to let an opportunity slip out of fear of what might go wrong. I'm cool with newcomers joining our clique. Anything to liven up the party a bit. Then she pauses as if trying really hard to remember something she forgot.
Ooh, right. I forgot to tell you my name. Duh.
She's this ready and willing to sign me on as a partner in crime, but totally forgot basic introductions.
Name's Zapper, as in the great-granddaddy of all light guns. As in Zappa, 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 kapow! You know.
I don't, in fact, know exactly what she's referencing. PC games have never had plastic gun controllers. I feel like they may have. And I'm Reaxeons, which I told you before, actually.
Pleased to meet you. You seem kind of fun.
Also, as noted, a hottie, meaning you and I could hit the streets and run this whole town if we wanted to. She declines to specify if we would be a hottie tag team or a mixed doubles affair in this particular scenario. You want to go a few rounds against the Metal Lord? I can give you some tips. Tip number 1, trigger discipline. And don't look down the barrel. That's tip 2. Tip 3 is hand sanitizer, because kitties love this game and they got gross hands. Before she goes too deep into our list, I decide to clarify a point. Can't say I've ever played one of those games before, but I've played plenty of first-person shooters on my PC. Basically the same thing, right? No, not really, no. Light Gum's romp are on rails. They sweep you through a scene like a Hollywood camera director. Way more exciting. And instead of nudging a mouse less than 2 centimeters and clicking, you gotta aim and fire a physical gun. If your aim sucks, you suck. Okay, I'll grant you that having no control over your movement means it's less tactical and strategic, but fuck tactic strategy stuff. I prefer an adrenaline rush. And wait, you mean you've never played a light game? You're just a PC gamer? Crap, my arcade noobiness is leaking through. Curse my computer-based gaming heritage. I expect her to mock me endlessly for an unknowing nothing doofus, but oh man, I haven't talked to a newbie in ages. This'll be great.
Yeah.
Half the fun of being an arcade gamer is sharing what you love with newbies. Most people I talk to are veterans. They're not easily impressed. So you won't rake me over the coals for being a noob? You kidding? There's nothing better than a warm, supple arcade virgin. I don't like the way that you just said that. I don't like the way that you just made me have to read that. Okay, yeah, that one was a step too far. Whatevs, walk it back, begin again. My point is, I think you'd have a blast learning all this stuff, and I'd be happy to be your guide.
I have one question for you, and this is absolutely, utterly important, so consider your words carefully.
Whew, boy. My anxiety spikes briefly as I nod for her to continue.
Can you be awesome?
Awesome in what way?
In every way. I don't give a fuck about win-loss rate. What I care about is being awesome. I need someone who can be just as awesome as I am, ready to pull the risk-taking, high-flying, stylish moves, both in-game and in real life. Think you can get on my level?
Well, now. I think this would be funny. I think you're underestimating just how fucking awesome I am. I started every morning by somersaulting out of my bedroom window. Then I took a bottle of Sunny D and do a wicked kickflip over a pit of tigers flying straight into the sun. So yeah, I can be awesome. And her face lights up like a zillion firecrackers going off at once. Fuck yeah! You and I, we're gonna get along just fine. Satisfied, she steps back from my personal space. I'm thankful for getting some breathing room back. Sorry, I can come on a bit strong, I know. I think we have different definitions of a bit, but it's cool. I'll admit, though, I'm surprised to hear someone with pro tour aspirations is so focused on style. What happened to play to win? Isn't the whole point of playing the game to, beat the opponents and win the match? Meh, I hate that phrase. I hate the whole concept. Play to win, what a joke. Remember back when Silent Blade could slash dash you over and over in an infinite combo? Cheap as hell. Pathetic. But technically legal since the game allowed for it. If you aren't using Silent Blade infinite loops, you aren't playing to win, they told me. You can't call it cheap. Only scrubs ignore effective tactics.
So f***ed up.
But it was boring to watch. It was frustrating seeing all these serious-minded optimization junkies content to loop each other to death. And the makers of FoD2 even agreed because they patched it out. Ha! Eat it, jerkos. Me, I don't play to win. I play to be awesome. I play to have fun. Do I like winning? Hell yeah, I mean, who doesn't? But I'm gonna do it my way, or I won't do it at all. Anybody who calls me a scrub because I played how I want to play can get fucked. Perhaps realizing she's been going off on a rant, Zapper dials it back a bit after that. Sorry, I speak from the heart. Only way I know how to live. Hey, I need to try and get one more MG4 run in before the after-school rush hits this place. We'll talk later, okay? Sure thing. Have fun smashing up robots and stuff. Okay, you metal bastards. Round 2. I leave Zapper to her unending quest to put laser blasts through the slowly trundling chrome skeleton men and depart. That was intense. As for my thoughts on this new teammate, well... Zapper's a sports car cruising down the open road with no brakes, blasting high-intensity rock music with a convertible top down. And I'm into that. Kinda helps that she seems to be into me, too. I've never been called a hottie before. It's not exactly a classic Sonic of love, but so what? Feels good. I think I might end up spending more time with her to get a bit more of that in my life. We'll see. Okay, whom do I talk to next? Okay. A woman in black drifts sharply around turn after turn in Fast Car 7, navigating her virtual car effortlessly down a winding mountain path. I should probably wait for her to finish up before approaching. No need to be weird about this. So I'm content to watch out the corner of my eye as she closes in on the end of the race, coming up hard and fast on a rival driver. I wonder if the other cars are online players or just AI chumps. Are there any online-ready arcade games other than FoD2? There's so little I know about this stuff. The whole cabinet resembles a simplified driver's seat with steering wheel and gear shift and pedals and so on. I know diehard PC gamers who love racers have similar gear. I love the fact that there is a wheelchair ramp on this that I just realized. But one thing strikes me as unusual. She isn't using the pedals. There's some sort of makeshift knob and lever system attached to the wheel, which indirectly pushes on the pedals. Is that normal for arcade games? They must be talking about this. Because I don't see it on that side, so it must be something for that. Before I can ponder it further, her car slides sideways across the finish line. First place. Fireworks, confetti, cheering, and she ignores it all. With her game complete, I approach while she climbs out of the seat and fetches her walking cane, leaning heavily on it as she pulls herself up to standing with great effort. Her metal knee braces creak as she does so. I instinctively want to step up and offer to help her, but she's on her feet before I can do so. She then turns to face me, shifting the disability assist walking cane from hand to hand as she shifts her weight.
You want next? Been standing there a while.
Don't say something wrong, 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 don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Say something. Fuck! Wow! There's no good answer? What? Say something wrong. Say something monumentally wrong. Say something so monumentally wrong that the results are visible from space. Shut the fuck up. Right. The perfect solution to this quandary. Don't say anything at all. It's foolproof. Just stand here, staring at her. Say nothing. Not a thing. Stand here and stare without saying a word. Oh god, this is actually worse, isn't it? She sighs deeply, reaching up to rub at her temples before responding. Syringa, what's it now?
Cysts in the spinal cord. Results in weakness or partial paralysis of the extremities. Varies from person to person.
Sounds relatively similar to what Zero has, which is like, muscular... What is it? Fuck. Shit. I've said it so many times, and now it's completely, like, escaped my brain. It's basically atrophy of the discs in his spinal cord. So it's not that there's cysts there, but it's the fact that there's, like, atrophy between and of the discs themselves. But I forget the word. But it does fuck up his back really bad.
Weak legs and arms in my case. Joint pain. Some good days. Some bad days. Used to carry an explanation on an index card. Had a stack of them. Would hand one out to anyone who hassled me. Then walk away. But figured that was too catty of me. Stopped doing it. Better to just talk it out in the open than be dismissive. You good with talking it out in the open, like adults? Or want to take another run at inserting foot into mouth?
Yes, I'm good at talking, thank you. Good.
Call me Jinx. One word, 4 letters. Nice and simple. And you are?
Reactions. Pleased to meet you despite my fumble.
Takes more than one fumble to turn me away. Always willing to give benefit of the doubt. Don't worry about it. What brings you to this little arcade?
Not much going on here. Most folks come for the laundry or the pizza.
So, I talked with Rhapsody about joining your team, and now I'm going around asking for everyone's buy-in. Considering how I acted just now, you've got every right to tell me to hit the street. She considers, tapping her fingers along the handle of her cane. Joining Team GCF? Really? Why? Not that professional of a team, just a bunch of friends who play FoD2 and stuff. I know, and that's okay. At this point, I'd be happy to play in any team. I know I can't get where I want to be alone. Can feel you on that one. Situation like mine, you need to rely on others more than you want. Just have to accept the facts on the ground in the end. And thinking about it, might be fun to take a pro tour run. No way we actually make it, but might be fun. Okay, sounds good to me. Find me down here in the arcade more often than the others. Can do practice scrims and FoD2 whenever you like, provided I'm not racing. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that everyone here has a side hustle. Some games they play as much as FoD2. She leans against the Fast Car 7 cabinet and taps the gas brake hand control lever with her cane. Modified for me, all special-like. A friend of Ben and Matt's did it for me. A techie named Naomi. Naomi! Can't work the pedals, no, but my arms still have some play, and hand controls take care of everything. Little harder, but I like a challenge. Not just a Fast Car 7, though. Secretly tweaked this cab out to run all sorts of racing games. Probably a copyright violation, but so what? Like to mix up what I drive. Gets boring otherwise. I'm guessing you have the entire Fast Cars of Ver on there too. I've never played any of them myself. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 on here. No Fast Car 6? We don't talk about Fast Car 6. Not anymore. I know, that's what I told them. Is this like a Sonic 06 reference? I'm suddenly just realizing. That's where my brain goes immediately. I don't know if it's a different reference, but that is where my brain is going. Long story. Ugly story. Struck from the Fast Cars canon, edited out of arcade history. For the best. Wasn't a good game anyway. She pauses, considering me for one quiet moment.
What's your story anyway?
Story?
What moves you? And what makes you tick? Why you're so hyped for the pro tour that you're willing to trust an unknown team of casuals? If we're going to be teammates, I should know you better. You already know enough about me. Only fair I get to learn more about you. Figure out who I'm dealing with. Sets expectations rather than making assumptions. Makes sense, yeah?
I wouldn't say I exactly know her heart and soul, but I guess she's offered as much as she wants to for now. She stands there patiently, waiting for me to lay it all out for her. Well, I can't say I'm pro, but I'm as close to pro as you can get while staying amateur. My day job sucks, my life sucks, but I love games. Way I see it, going for the gold, the ultimate gold, is just the next step on expressing that love. And I get that this team isn't exactly as diehard as me, still I think there could be something here, and I'm willing to try. She nods along, taking it all in. She's the sort who takes plenty of time to listen, understand, and form a response before speaking. Makes sense, yeah.
Sound good here.
Can't even think of how to cross the finish line until you start the car. Won't promise you much out of this experience. Won't promise we can be friends, even. But if you're willing to try, I'm willing to try. Jinx shuffles from foot to foot, clearly a bit tired from standing around. Okay, tiring out now. Think I'll go take 5. Good luck with the others. Try to keep your foot out of your mouth. You'll do fine. Roger. Thanks, Jinx. That was awkward. Well, awkward at first. Thankfully, I didn't nuke myself from orbit on that one, and things smoothed out considerably afterwards. In fact... Okay, I nearly bungled that, but in the end, we were just two people talking away, and everything about her is just perfect. She knows what she wants, and just how to get it, calculating and cool, fierce yet laid back. A strange combination, but it's working for me. I'm looking forward to getting to know her better. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? The last one. I love that this person is just playing fucking crane machine games. It's so fucking funny. We look at that little crane thing. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm going to die. I want those. I want all of these weird little fucking dinosaur dragon bitches. They're so cute. Oh god, okay. Curiously enough, the man not only isn't playing FoD2, he's not really playing a game. More a toy for kiddies who don't understand physics and probability. A crane machine. As I walk up to him, he's busy moving the Bleepomatic prize crane back and forth, lining up just right over a dragon dolly. And contrary to expectation, when the crane dips down and pulls back up, it's managed to snag the dragon by the tail with precision. With a smirk, he pulls his prize from the retrieval chute, but then opens the game up with a key turned in its lock and puts the toy back in the pile and seals the game tight afterwards. Then he's back at it, moving the crane for a second try at the prize he literally just won. I am confusion incarnate. Unfortunately, he seems to notice me standing at him in utter bewilderment and isn't offended in the slightest.
Catch and release, yes?
What?
It's good to stay in practice. Keep the skills sharp. But no need to deprive a young one of a toy they might enjoy in the process. So the owners gave me the key to the machine, allowing me to put my catches back in there. It's only fair. Suppose I could just pick the lock. But I felt it best to get the approval of the local lords before pretending to pilfer their hoard.
I love this dude. I am filled with questions.
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies. But in this case, ask away. I'm game to play if you are.
Let's start with names. What's yours?
Call me Locksley. More of a nod to Gare than a name. But Sir Robin of Locksley befits me more than any other title. How may I be of assistance on this fine day?
I feel like I'm at an SCA event. This is literally how all of them talk half the time. It's very fun. So, my name is Reaxeons, and Rhapsody said I could join your FoD2 team. I already know you're not exactly a ladder grinding championship team, but, I mean, I'm here, so I'm willing to give it a go. Ah, I see. Very well, if Rhapsody accepts you, then I can accept you as well, Reaxeons. Welcome, welcome. By your side I shall stand against any foe that should challenge thee. You've mine word on that, at risk of overdoing the king's English. Although, from your phrasing, it seems we aren't what you were expecting. Not really, no. I asked a new Iris app to find me a team interested in the Pro Tour for me to sign the dotted line with. Instead, she sent me to a laundromat. But this brightens him so brightly he could outshine the sun. Ah, Lady Iris. Good day to you, good day. I'm familiar with your sisters. One assists me in my daily endeavors. Hello, I'm Iris. I'm afraid I'm Reaxeons' freshly installed copy, so I haven't met your Iris yet. Welcome, both of you, to Team GCF. Not a very exciting name, but it's what we have at the moment. Our humble abode is also yours to enjoy. Please feel free to kick back and enjoy the arcade as we do. Locksley winks at me before going back to his beloved crane game. He slips a token in and outstretches his hand to me. Now then, would you like a crane game prize? I've not completed my practice for the day. I'd be happy to retrieve one in your honor. A cheap Malaysian knockoff Beanie Baby is a token of honor. I suppose this particular case, the sentiment is a fair portion of the honor rather than the stuffed toy itself. Aside from FoD2, I specialize in prize games, you see. Alley rollers, crane games, light stackers, things of that nature. And when skill alone is not enough, when the games are rigged in favor of greedy arcade owners, well, I always carry a few tools of the trade, as it were, to tilt the odds towards justice.
Justice prevails.
I'm proud to say I've been banned from no fewer than 8 arcades in this city alone. Sticking it to the man by pulling off daring heists on prize games? Yeah, fight the power! Overthrow the system! Arcade anarchy now! Indeed! I fully admit to being something of an arcade anarchist. This industry has far too many unscrupulous forces guiding it, which must be kept in check by all means. I find honor can be found even in doing dishonorable deeds under the right circumstances. I always manage to slip away with an armload of plush goods, even from arcades which seek my capture. Not that I keep the prizes for myself, of course. The spoil of my raids are always donated to various shelters and children's charities. That's some good karma right there. Indeed, but there's more to that than a desire to turn frowns upside down. Locksley ponders how to phrase this, what wording he wants to use.
A matter of fair play. Prize games run contrary to the concept of fair play. They are invariably tilted against the player and mask the unfairness behind glitz and glamour. I am a firm believer in fairness and justice. Too much in this world hinges on injustice. Injustice, to keep the wheels greased and turning. But I suppose you're not here for my rants about the ills of society. You're here to win.
I don't mind a little ranting. It's clear that you're really passionate about the idea of fair play. Indeed. Few truly understand the concept. It's not simply about no advantages, it's about equal footing. In addition, many are blind to their own advantages, seeing themselves as being on equal footing, when in reality they have had a leg up all their lives. My philosophy extends beyond merely rigged carny scam games, but to fairness within society itself. If you'll pardon my ranting, of course. Consider it pardoned.
Excellent.
So you practice crane catches all day when not fleeing from the long arm of the arcade law? Well, there's also FoD2, if that's what you're wondering. None of us are playing it today, true, but we do play. And I do have my own affairs to tend to. I'm afraid I don't spend nearly as many hours in GCF as the others. But I promise you, should your dream be one of glory, I would do my best to support it in the time available to me. You have my word, friend. I feel the burning need to bow back to him in return, some sweeping, courtly gesture. Well, I'd best busy myself for the time being.
Fare thee well.
I hope to see more of your Reaxeons. Be well. With introductions completed, he returns to his prize game, targeting that dinosaur for yet another catch. Well, that certainly was... I'd rather he scoop me up in his arms instead of scooping toys out of the machines, but it's clear he has a good heart. It's silly, but I'm falling for his whole knightly shtick. Chivalry, true Hollywood-style chivalry, can be very charming indeed. I'd love to get to know him a little bit better. Oh, stretch. I'm stretching. Oh, okay. Spending so long indoors soaking in the smells of detergent, pepperoni, and brass tokens has been draining, so I decide to step out and get some fresh air. Fresh air and a moment of reflection. I'm still a bit confused. The team's barely a team. It's a ragtag bunch of individual friends without any cohesive direction. I left the apartment this morning hoping to live out my dream of being an FoD2 champion, but that's not a dream they all share with me, right? So why exactly did Iris lead me here? I think I'm owed some answers by this point. Iris, got a minute? Sure thing. What's up? Okay, so I think they'd be a lot of fun to hang around with, but I'm still back at square one in terms of my Pro Tour dream. I wouldn't want to push them into doing something they have no interest in. That'd just be cruel and irresponsible. But that also means I still need to find a team. So thank you for opening up my social circle a bit. That's all good, but now what do I do? Iris pauses before responding. Tell me, why do you want to win the Pro Tour so badly? What do you mean, why? It's the pinnacle to reach for. It's the Pro Tour Championship. Why wouldn't I want that? Except, before this championship existed, you were content to play on an amateur level. It's not about the glory or even your childhood dream, is it? So why? Why do you need this victory so badly? This is just who I am, Iris. I kick ass, therefore I am. I'm confident I can plow through the competition all the way to the top. I mean, why not? Sounds like it'd be a blast. It's not about wanting to win a game. It's about why you want to win. The truth behind the dream. And I'm sorry to say, I calculated your truth from your own words posted to social media. Just so you realize I'm not making this up, let me quote some of these back at you. The words are in her voice, but I'm definitely the one who wrote them as she echoes these short messages back to me. No good answer. Fuck. Shit. I was really thinking of... It was just kiddie soccer, but my trophy was bigger, shinier. We'd won. We'd actually won the regionals. My parents were so happy. They clapped for me, told me I was a champion. They made me pancakes. Been chasing that feeling ever since. It's a wonderful feeling being wrapped up in praise and pride. I want to be a champion. I have to be a champion. I have to win. It's all I have going for me in the end. I didn't realize how hard I was biting my lip until the reading ended. I really need to speak in my defense. I mean, I should, even defending the indefensible. I'd been awake for 20 hours running when I wrote that. Obviously, I have more going on in my life than just winning all the time. But Iris shakes her head at my words, seeing right through them, and explains.
You feel that if you aren't constantly winning, you must be a loser, a fraud, an imposter.
See, this is the shit I was talking about earlier, where it's like, damn, you don't need to squeeze my heart that hard, because definitely had, like, the gifted child burnout sort of trope in my entire life. That's rough. No, thank you.
All of your social media communication is related to your gaming habits, not your job or family or friends. This is all you have, all you feel you have. You've built up so much of your dream around this game, around winning this game, that your whole self-worth is tied into it. And I think you see the obvious problem with that. I hope.
I pause, feeling rather attacked when my own phone lays into me, but there's sympathy in her digital voice, not accusation. She doesn't want to call me out. She wants me to call myself out.
What do you think will happen if you join the Pro Tour and fail to make it all the way to an ultimate victory? How would you react?
Come on, I can't fail. I'm championship material in the making. I have to win. I have to.
That's the problem. You have to win. You're putting your self-esteem on the line every day you compete. Wanting to win a video game is fine. It's a good thing. And I'm certainly not arguing against having a dream and making it happen. But it's not healthy to gamble your self-esteem at the same time, tying them both together. Do you dream of winning? Or are you just terrified of losing and feeling pain? I could sense that when I analyzed you. I may be code instead of flesh and blood, but I'm an empathy engine at heart. But I couldn't just say that outright. You wouldn't have believed me. So I had to lead you here. To people who can help you find something more to reach for while also reaching for victory. And you can help them, too. The goal of any Irish should be to help as many people as possible.
She smiles up at me, hopeful that I'll understand her words. For example, Rhapsody's knowledge and skill gives them a winning edge, but they don't compete much anymore. They're content to sit and watch and educate. I think if you two got together, you could both find a more balanced perspective on victory. Now that said, if all you want is Reaxeons, destroyer of scrubs, I'm not going to force you down this path. The legend of Reaxeons will be yours to do with as you please. Uninstall me and I'll bother you no further. You have free will. But if you're also Rexley Smith, who's desperate to fill the hole in their heart with victories, please consider staying with Team GCF for your own sake, and I'll help you any way I can on this path. I'll turn myself off now, give you time to think. If we never speak again, no, I won't take it personally. Thank you. This is a joke, right? A sick, weird joke. All day long I've been focused on it, savoring it, wanting this team situation to work out so I can get more of it. Winning. Every story I've ever read tells you to chase your dreams no matter what. That's a noble thing to do, right? And this was my dream. From as far back as I remember, my wildest dreams were always ones of victory. Sure, I have a job. I pay my taxes. I have friends, usually online. I head out of town to visit my extended family almost every holiday season. But none of that moves me. Nothing really gets me out of bed and moves me. No, my dream moves me. And that dream was to keep on being a winner forever. And isn't that enough? Isn't it a good thing to be the very best like no one ever was? Who am I? Who do I really want to be? No helping it. She's right. I haven't really seen things from that perspective before, but she's definitely right. The sickening feeling whenever I lose, whenever I'm a loser. Winning feels better, feels right. Without it, I feel miserable. Like I'm miserable. A miserable, pathetic little nothing. And I'm not so far gone as to think that's a healthy way to live. If Iris thinks this new path can help me, so be it. I owe it to myself to at least try. I tap Iris's icon, not to install it, but to activate it. Okay. It feels weird not thirsting for glory, but I'm willing to hold back a bit, see what your path has in store for me, okay? Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And for what it's worth, I think you can still try out for the Pro Tour if that's what you want. But be aware of why you want that victory, too. If you find a way to achieve your dream in an emotionally healthy manner, well, that'd be great. And with Team GCF in your corner, I calculate you can just do that. Team GCF needs Rexley, and Rexley needs Team GCF. With a deep sigh, I try to push most of this aside and focus on the here and now. You can keep calling me Reaxeons. It's my self-chosen name. Well, Reaxeons, I think I've given you enough food for thought. Now, I should let you chew on it a bit. Iris, offline. I'm still not totally sure what to make of this. If my dream is one of victory, but victory is unhealthy, well, what do I do? What now? But as I'm pondering exactly what shape my new dream should take, I hear a voice behind me. You leaving so soon? What if I can convince you to stay? Rhapsody's eyes meet with mine, and I'm drawn in immediately to their piercing mulberry gaze. It's hard to break free. Sure, but I don't know. I just got a bomb dropped on me from my talking phone.
Huh? Really?
I thought I knew everything about myself, and now I'm left speechless. I know what that's like. But what takes my mind off that kind of inner turmoil is the rush of a game. Thinking about matchups and the squish of the buttons beneath me. You came here to play FoD2. I gathered everyone and we're all in agreement. We want to play with you. I can't deny that FoD2 clears my head, and I could use a good distraction right now. But didn't Rhapsody tell me you don't play FoD2 anymore? Why the sudden change? I want to play with you. So let's play. Oh, yeah? Let's just say I might be willing to get back in the game professionally if that means spending more time with you. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm officially not leaving anymore. I'll meet you inside. Take your time. The game's not going anywhere. It feels strange agreeing to go play that game that slam dunked me right into this mess. But if I'm not going to just walk away from all of this, away from gaming in general, I owe it to myself to keep moving forward, if only to see what will happen. Iris didn't tell me to stop playing, so until I can figure out my answers, I guess I'll keep playing. Honestly, I think distracting myself with a little FoD2 would be nice right about now, win or lose. So with a shrug, I walk into good, clean fun, headed for the arcade. Now, I think they actually put a game in this. So, I think the FoD2 is actually a game that you can play within the game, but we'll see. By the time I arrive in the arcade, the rest of the crew is already gathered, talking amongst themselves. When I approach, they switch focus to me. And lo, the newbie hath returned. Excellent, let's get this party started. That's gimmick infringement, Zapper. Only I get to use the King's English. But yes, 'tis quite excellent indeed. Jinx just offers me a quiet, knowing nod of appreciation, not prone to flowery speeches. Okay, so we decided we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon taking turns playing some Fist of Discomfort 2 in honor of our new friend. We'll take turns beating up online randos, and those not playing can cheer the others on. It'll be educational and fun. And you get first crack at it, of course, so who's your lucky partner for the inaugural match of this afternoon's festivities? And for a moment, I'm speechless. I figured it'd be like pulling teeth getting them to play my game, but here they are, ready to welcome me into the fold with some hot ninja fighting action. Thanks, everyone. It'd be nice to show off a little, too. I could use the ego boost. Thankfully, I brought my keyboard from home to play with. I'm not used to arcade joysticks yet. Maybe I don't know much about arcades, but I do know FoD2 has a built-in slide-out tray and USB ports so you can bring a joystick from home. I took my keybar out from my backpack and slot it into the place. Fortunately, the numlock light turns green when I plug it in. It's good to go. Aside from the weird looks I'm getting from everyone, as probably the only person on planet Earth who prefers to play this game with WASD keys. Now then, whom to play with? This is such a good fucking question. Who should I play with? I know nothing particularly, locks it into place because you can basically switch gears at any time. I just, thematically, which one makes the most sense, and it's probably Rhapsody. Okay, Rhapsody. Strike up the band. We've got a show to put on. Let's entertain everyone with some sweet moves. Teach them something they haven't seen before. Rhapsody steps up to the joystick. No personal USB controller for them. The default stick and buttons will do the job. And before we begin, my phone chimes in from the depths of my pocket with a question. Hey, can I ask a favor? I'm starting as a blank slate here, a default iris. I don't have any real knowledge of how this game you are obsessed with actually works. Wait, she calculated out which team I would join without actually knowing how FoD2 worked in the first place? Weird. I think it'd help if you two played through a match while explaining the basics to me. Your computer, can't you just jack into the Matrix and instantly know FoD2 Kung Fu or something? Oh, I could go download the data I'd need to really be great at this game. I mean, computers have been beating humans at games for decades, she says with a tiny puff of pride in her voice. But I'm an emotional language interpreter. Hearing things in your own words helps me learn. So if you don't mind, could you give me a quick tutorial? Sure, let's do that. Right, so do you know anything about the original Fist of Discomfort before it went to a 2-on-2 battle format? Sort of. It's a MOBA, right? Multiplayer online battle arena. Fight down the lanes, destroy the enemy dojo. Okay, so you've got some data, good. But the game's changed considerably with the sequel. Now it's less about zone control and more of a score attack game. The story is of two rival clans vying for control of the legendary Sacred Dojo. For one full year, they fought down the Bridge of Destiny until in winter they reached their ultimate destination. At that point, the dojo's doors open and allowed in only the most worthy, the most honorable clan. The others was exiled from the lands forever. Such a rich and involving backstory. Now it's just a goofy way of saying score more points than the other team before time runs out. Each team has 2 players and an unending swarm of ninja minions. Every stage is one giant kung fu fight scene. Each minion you beat up scores your points. Each time you KO an enemy player, you score points. Your goal is to score the most points before the game ends. To do that, we have to optimize, counterplay, and outthink our opponents. We farm ninjas for gold, buy weapons and scrolls, summon more minions, use special moves and cooldowns. Whoa! Slow down, this is sounding complicated. Sure, when you figure in your opponent's strategies, how many frames your character takes for each move and other things like that, it's complicated. But you don't have to know the finer points, all you need to know is the simple RPS metagame. What? The RPS metagame? Or, wait for it. Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, the most complicated esport in the game is just rock, paper, scissors? Basically, everything else is just nitty-gritty details. All the heart of it, there's 4 tactics to pick from. Defending against an aggressor using special... Oh gosh, this is a lot to read. Defending against an aggressor using powerful special abilities or just directly attacking the enemy and their ninjas. Rock, paper, scissors. So special is better than defense. defense is better than attack. Attack is better than special, I guess. I mean, if you look at it closely, the icons are literally a rock, a paper scroll, and 2 swords crossed like scissors. The obvious one is attack, diving in and attacking with your fists and blades. It interrupts anyone using a special ability, but if they're defending, it doesn't work. Scissors beats paper, but it's beaten by rock. You're getting it, yeah. Defending holds the line against incoming attacks, but gets blown away by slower activating stronger special abilities. You can't react quickly enough. Specials are big and flashy and awesome and blow away defenders, but a quick attack aggro can interrupt you. I'm guessing those identity traits you've been analyzing could be a good indicator of how strong you are with each ability, too. Oh. Okay, that's cool, I guess. That would make sense. A very steady person would be excellent at figuring exactly the right time to use a special. Yep, Gutsy is great for attacking, Kindly can defend well, and Quirky is probably a jack of all trades. Got it. So all I need to know are those 3 techniques? Well, there's a 4th. A trump card. Your ultimate ability. Each team can only use one of those per game. Your ult smashes through everything. Everything. And if your opponent tries to ultimate at the same time, yours counters it for huge points. Rhapsody and I will be taking on another 2 players, trying to predict their attacks, defense, specials, and ultimates, countering with our own. Do that well enough and you win. I see. So really I just need to know those 4 things, and that's enough to follow the flow of the match. That's the basics. There are also bonus points based on your skill and what season of the year you're in, but we'll go over that as we play. Here, we'll start up a game so we can show you. Rhapsody drops in 2 quarters, 1 for each of us, and fires up the online matchmaker to find us a good pair of punching bags to demonstrate our skills on. Oh, there's so much reading. Air. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I've played against these particular randos before. Should be a good warm-up for us. Mr. Come At Me Bro loves to attack. He's not dense enough to do it all the time, but more often than not, he'll be in your face. He's also bad at predicting our moves. I should start by defending since he'll likely rush right at me. Okay. How? Okay. Let's defend. So Come At Me Bro wants to come at me? Fine by me. I turtle up in defense against the attack, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attack, and I earn 120 points. Okay, does my opponent go for the season bonus? Wait, seasons? As the game progresses, we move through spring, summer, fall, and winter. There are point differences for different actions in different seasons. It's not much, but every point helps, and sometimes it makes opponents predictable if they crave those points. And the enemy in Rhapsody's lane is very predictable. In spring he likes to attack, summer he defends, fall he uses specials. And what season's good for your, what's that called? Your ultimate? The ult's a bit different. Our team gets 1 ultimate per game. Rhapsody or I could use it, but once we use it, it's gone. But when we do use it, we win, period. It trumps whatever your opponent was trying. If we counter their ultimate with our own, well, that's practically a game over right there. Oh, so you have to choose when to use it. Right. And our opponents will be doing the same. I don't think they'll use their ultimate this early in the game, though. I'd say he's most likely to attack this turn, so Rhapsody would be better off defending. Yeah.
Those combos! Is it even possible?
Your defend beats their attack. Do-do-do-do. You get the idea now, right, Iris? Back and forth, Rhapsody and I fight these other 2 players, deciding our overall strategy as the year progresses. I think we've got it. Wait, no, I don't got it. I mean, I got most of it, but how are the points determined? I know some actions score better than others. Well, there's the seasonal bonus, like a bonus to attacking in spring, but otherwise your skill bonuses come into play. Skill bonuses depend on your personality. What strategy you excel at can change depending on who you are as a person. Shifts your focus, you know? I'm extremely gutsy, which means I rock when it comes to attacking the enemy head on. So you're a steady-handed specialer, an empathetic frontline tank, a bold and brash PvP pastor, or a goofy PvP master, or a goofy jack of all trades. All of which is kind of moot if you fail the rock, paper, scissors metagame. You don't score anything if you get counterplayed. Ah, true. Okay, I think I get it. Focus on your fight and let's see you win. Even if winning isn't everything, even if I need to be okay with losing, doesn't mean I should try to lose. I'll give it all I have. Okay. It's supposed to be predictable in that, like, typically attacks. I'm assuming... Yeah, just... Boop. Oh. Okay. So now it's summer or whatever? Maybe? Can I just try to attack at the same time? Okay.
Could have been worse.
Oh no. Winter has come. So in winter, our best shot is to team up, combining our skill bonuses together. But they're going to be doing the same, so it may be harder to predict their moves. The end game is critical. Okay, what do we do against these two players? Knowing these randos, first move, well, anything goes. But Mr. By the Book tries to force special moves out on the very last turn. And they get reckless, less able to counterplay us. Okay... Oh. Okay. So we should just use ours then. Haha. Fuck you.
This is it. This is when you learn what it's like to play against a pro.
There we go.
I want more than just this win, but I'll take it for now.
Do you want to skip all FoD minigames in the future? This lets you decide whether you win or lose instead of having to actually play it. It's up to you. You decide how you want to enjoy it. I'd probably want to skip them, I'm not gonna lie. I hate, like, trying to figure out things like that. With our admittedly pretty pathetic enemies crushed, the rest of Team GCF cheers for our victory. Feels good. Feels good to win. I know Iris warned me about the dopamine hit of victory I'd become hooked on, but... got some skills and knowledge. Genuinely, I'm impressed.
Nice.
It's been too long since I've last played a competitive match, but not gonna lie, it feels good to win. Thanks, Rhapsody. I know I was a bit pushy about wanting to play FoD earlier, and pushy about the Pro Tour. I'm still, you know, sorting some feelings out about that one. But I'm glad I have a chance to play with you. Okay, who's up next? There's practically a Black Friday sale level of shoving to get to the front as they reach for those joysticks. For another hour, we partner up in various combos, fighting against online players. Swapping tips, having a laugh, getting salty, a little bit of everything. Ho! Ha-ha! Guard! Turn! Parry! Dodge! Spin! Ha! Thrust! Settle down. Need help up here in my lane. On my way, my fair. Don't call me that. On my way, Jinx. We win some, we lose some. Oh, bullshit! I hate the RNG crit damage in this game. A one-hit gank? Hey, it happens. I'll hurt myself into certain death to buy time while you respawn. Domino, I'm really worried about you. And as proof Iris may be onto something, the losses don't feel quite as painful. Not this time. Not while fighting at their side. I wonder, do you think a Tomokaze aggro build could work? Buy some cheap items and storm them right out of the gate? Works well for Queen Bee of the 4 Heavenly Kings. I've seen her run Tomokaze aggro all the time on streams. She's practically mastered it. If you're interested, you could pick up a few things by watching her. The atmosphere is completely different from grinding the ladder in my darkened bedroom all by myself. We share in wins and losses. I've never been to an arcade before this day. Never really saw the point, not when I could play from home. Waste of money on travel and tokens, too socially awkward, not worth the hassle, right? But despite being an arcade newbie, a keyboard warrior, they've accepted me into their fold. And playing alongside them as well, it's something entirely. I could get used to this, I really could. Still, the hour's growing late and I'm getting hungry again. Pizza twice in a single day only sounds fun. I wind up at the curly spiral cord on my keyboard, ready to move out. Okay. It's been a blast, but I think I should be heading home. It's getting late. You call this late? Come on, you're in your 20s. Take advantage of your ability to party hard without heartburn and a bad back. Now, I'm all for parties of a hard nature, but Reaxeons no doubt requires their beauty sleep. Agreed. Go hard or go home means that sometimes you go home. Go home, Reaxeons. We'll be here tomorrow, ready to play some more. Dinner and sleep for me, definitely. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. A smile parts my lips as I offer them a wave and turn to leave, only to find my path to the exit blocked. 4 cocky-looking people stand as if a part of an ancient Roman phalanx formation, giving the arcade a once-over. What's more, they're all wearing the trademark golden jerseys of Team 2PW, the hottest Fist of Discomfort 2 team in the nation. I recognize them instantly. Who doesn't know the superstars of Team 2PW? The team I originally wanted to join, that is, until this afternoon. The beefy one of the bunch, I think his handle is Blitz, looks around, clearly unimpressed with what he sees. Nice broom closet. Where's the arcade? A woman at his side. Yep, that's Divine. I recognize her from her streams, lets out a little snicker and stage whispers to him in response. I think this is the arcade, Blitz. It's charming, I suppose. Quaint in a way, likely popular with the kiddies. A slightly unshaven teammate smirks while rolling his eyes. That'd be Coda, supposedly the brains of the game. Now, Divine, we're here to have fun and play nice. Let's not all be rude and stuff to the local yokels. But I ignore those 3. Because there's one more who has my complete and undivided attention. Team Chill. We're here to say hello to Reaxeons' new team, so play nice. They're a bit riled up because we absolutely crushed it at an online tourney, so we wanted to come out and celebrate with you. You wanted to celebrate your win with me? Don't forget, we're also celebrating your acceptance onto this team too. Look at all of you, you're all so cute. How do you know where I was? I didn't even have the chance to tell you. Did you forget that Pengy Pals Go automatically checks you in wherever you go? You only have to stop signing up for random websites without reading their TOS first. Normally you're happy to see your friend Vindictive, but your face is all scrunched up. What's the matter? I'm glad, really, but... My eyes dart over to the rest of Vindictive's team. They're all wandering off around the arcade, laughing and making rude gestures towards the small collection of games. Why'd you bring them? Oh, they're harmless. Vindictive waves it off like it's nothing. Sure, they talk a big game, but they're pretty chill. And from all over the arcade, I can see the other teams splitting up, looking to hassle my new friends. Certainly plenty of hassle to go around. Oh. Okay, so maybe they're a little overexcited. Let me see if I can do something about this. We can catch up later. Vindictive smiles, looking me in the eyes before turning around and leaving me where I stand. Immediately, the tension in the arcade jacks up to a ridiculous degree. Clearly more than 3.6 rotogens of an unstable nuclear situation. Not great, not terrible. Team P2W are quickly finding various ways to cause trouble, antagonizing my new friends, messing with the games. The easiest thing to do would be to avoid all this drama and stay on the sidelines, but that's not what friends do. Even if I'm a relatively new friend, less than a day old, I would step in and help here. Reaxeons. Let me help. How can I help with playground bullies? I'm keeping my microphone input open and echolocating any trouble you may find around the place. Check out your map and pick a place to go. But I don't think you're going to be able to visit everything before things boil over. Right. Prioritize. Got it. What's happening right now? So we've got loud argument here. Arrival. Grace and Loxley. I think these two can handle themselves. I would like to probably... I'm going to probably do this one first and then the Loxley and Grace after. Over Over on the far side of the arcade, I spot Jinx loitering near her beloved Fast Cars 7 game, shifting from foot to foot, legs clearly getting tired quickly. As for why she isn't comfortably seated behind the wheel and blasting around corners at unsafe speeds, well, one of the Team P2W players is sitting in her seat, lazily cruising through the turns with one perfectly manicured hand on the wheel. In fact, when I walk up to chat with Jinx, the P2Wer is the one to actually greet me first. Sorry, no autographs right now. I'm totally killing it at this game. I was not planning on asking for one, no. Ah, great. I appreciate that, you know. So many of my adoring fans just don't give me any space or privacy. It's always, oh, I love your streams, Divine, or can I have a hug, Divine, or will you sign my leg, Divine? Ugh, people can be gross. Nobody here wants their leg autographed. Look, I scheduled an online game with a friend coming up soon, so you want to wrap up your race so I can get a turn? Ah, sorry, arcade rules, honey. Winner stays on, and I am winning. Only because I modded the game to have weak AI so I can focus on improving my time travels. And you're in my seat. I don't see your name on it, honey. Perfectly good seat right next to this one, too. Play on that one. You're in the only one with hand controls. I literally can't use the other one. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're defective. I will fucking murder a bitch. Straight up. Able as shit out of my face. I would actually just start barking at a bitch in public if they called one of my friends defective. I would literally, I have barked at people for less in Walmart. Just for, staring at my friends for using, the carts or anything. I will just go, Aah! As soon as they look at them wrong. And just become a nuisance. I will just bark at a bitch in the middle of a fucking arcade. Uh-oh. Jinx's eyelid just started twitching, and I think she's biting her lip hard enough to draw blood. Look, be a darling and fetch me some water or something, okay? I'll be here for some time. Jinx's grip on her walking cane tightens to the point where I swear I can hear bones creak, but oddly she backs down. Damn it. I drop to a whisper low enough not to be heard over the digital revs of a digital car engine. Can't just kick her off? It's your game. You've got priority. Want to, believe me, but that's not the way arcades work. Winner stays on, others quarter up and wait. Besides, Ben and Matt own the game, not me. Okay, so get Ben and Matt to come over here and boot her off the thing. They're distracted. I look around for Ben and Matt, owners of this privately owned business establishment and resident authority figures. Oh. Who are way too busy dealing with a couple of washing machines, spewing out rich, creamy foam and soap all over the floor.
Well, I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy.
Maybe we could throw a foam party. Call it a new selling point.
Let's see. Ah, I see. I could beat her. I nearly jump when the wallflower makes his presence felt. I'll race against her. I don't need hand controls. I can use the second player seat. If I beat her, she can't stay on the game. Since when are you a racer?
This can't possibly end badly.
I'm a survivor. I'm pretty sure keeping a ton of virtual metal from flying over the guardrail of a mountain pass is a lot like playing a shmup. Dunno. It's a long shot. Or we could just convince her to bail. Don't ask me how, other than breaking her legs, which is where I'd like to start, personally. If we don't play it cool, we risk making the situation with all these P2W toadies more volatile than it already is. Not worth. My race against Naomi will just have to wait. She's pretty busy, but I can reschedule for later. It's the adult thing to do. Don't selfishly boot a player off your favorite game. Just adapt your own plans and move on. But whoever said I was an adult? I want to support Team GCF, my new friends. How do we make this happen? Yeah, I think just publicly shaming would be funnier. Celebrity can be a double-edged sword. If this divine values her image enough, maybe we can turn her attitude against her. Jinx, permission to do something sketchy to spotlight and shame her for what she just said?
Let's do this.
My knees are fucking killing me, so yeah, make like Exodia and obliterate her. People hogging resources set aside for the disabled are going to a special hell, and I make the travel arrangements. Okay, but you're sure you're okay with me playing advocate for you? Seem more like a self-advocate sort of person? Let's say I'm curious how you're gonna swing this, so I'm willing to step back just this once. Besides, I'll probably just lay into her like the fist of an angry god. Fisting sounds counterproductive. Good luck, Reaxeons. What is it about them saying fisting so much? I dislike it. I dislike it so much. I walk back over to Fast Car 7, sliding my phone into my open palm, but hand turned away to hide it for the time being. Hey, excuse me. Where's my water bottle? Racing is thirsty work. I just want to confirm something with you. Did you seriously just tell my friend it's not my problem you're defective? Did I stutter? Ugh, these laundromat plebs, I swear. Just making sure, okay. I whip my phone up, opening apps for all the random social media websites I keep signing up for. How do you spell divine? 2 I's, or is there a Y somewhere in there? What? Hey, you can't post that! Why? You confirmed that you said it. And once everyone finds out you're ableist, have fun keeping your contract. I said nothing of the sort. You can't prove that. Iris, you're keeping an open microphone rolling, right? Mind spitting that back for me? Sure thing, Reaxeons. And what do you know? My pocket privacy violation echoes Divine's own words back at her while I prepare my posts. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're defective. So to make sure I'm tagging this right, you're Divine P2W on Twitter, the Divine one on Facewall, and Divine was taken on Pixstammer Grammar, right? You can't do this. I won't let you. Let me, Divine. I'm not a comic book villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke if there remained the slightest chance of you affecting it? I did it 35 seconds ago. All messages sent. Tee! That was fun. Divine's jaw hits the floor as she realized her protest came a little too late. And in the background, I can see Jinx trying to hide her wide grin to act cool as usual. I suggest you get your apology video prepared. TikTok. TikTok. You're a terrible, terrible person. Takes one to know one, bitch. I'm not the one that called someone fucking defective. Alright? You deserve that one. She sneers at me before climbing out of the driver's seat and marching away. Huh. Clever move. I can see my work here is done. Domino, you didn't do shit! You didn't do anything! Domino fucking mimics a swooshing a cape and fluttering away. Fucking tuxedo man. Personal responsibility is kind of my thing. Admit to your mistakes, make amends for them. Forcing her to face the music feels good. Plus now I don't get arrested again for assault. Right. Wait, again? Something of a temper. I was very hot-headed, very impulsive in my wild years. Settled down a bit now. But sometimes it bubbles up. Like when someone disrespects their disability. Got it in one. Honestly, most of the time it's just people making mistakes because they normally don't even have to think about us. Can understand that. Don't usually run into someone who's actively a hater. When I do, though, the old urge to step up is strong. Fortunately, he stepped up for me. Don't normally approve of someone playing savior like Loxley does, but in this case, I'll take it. Plus, I did ask for help. No shame in asking for help. Took me time to learn that. Jinx shifts her cane from hand to hand, leaning heavily on it. Show's over. Drift Queen's got a school of retro geek on how to drive, and I really, really need to sit down. Gotcha. Happy to help out. Call me if she bugs you again. Deal. I leave Jinx and Domino to see what else I can help with. Okay, where am I going next? I'm going over here. On the far side of good, clean fun, Grace is demoing her indie RPG on that fancy handheld game console, sort of. Wow, this game's easy as hell. Slice, dice. 200 XP. That old guy didn't even put up a fight.
What?
That's a shepherd, not a fighter at all. Blitz, please, you're not supposed to be killing the villager NPCs. I don't see why not. They're packed with tons of XP. I leveled up 3 times in 5 minutes cutting my way through this town. They have XP because they have levels in crafting skills, not because they're meant to be murdered. They don't have to say XP is XP, and they're good XP. Look at that blood spray. So much for the laundry you were carrying, lady. Gonna need to put a stain treatment on that blanket.
Oh,
no. You killed the town weaver. She loved music and quilting and... So what's this game called again? Wandering Trial or something? What's the big bad at the end? I want to skip to the end. Ha, run, stupid villagers. I've got an axe and you've got heads and I'm going to use one on the other. But please don't. Just give me back my game. Was that? Speak up. Can't hear you over all these digital screams and stuff. Give it back, please, if you don't mind. You're playing it all wrong. Hey, come on. You never grow as a game designer without feedback. Don't you want me to test this thing? Not enough game devs really listen to the gamers, you know. They hide and ignore us or ban us from their forums. Are you afraid of free speech? No, it's not that. Okay, I guess. Puzzled as to how this even happened, I try to catch Grace's attention. As she mouths help me my way briefly, unable to even raise her voice, so racked with nerves and anxiety. And I barely notice Loxley sliding up next to me. I have no idea how one manages to lurk in the shadows of a brightly lit pizzeria, but he's done it.
Unacceptable.
Such a ruffian would harass our fair Grace like this. It's unacceptable! Unacceptable! Something must be done. Fortunately, he's talking quietly enough that the ruffian himself doesn't hear us, plus that little speaker's loud squealing with the screams of the innocent. And Ben and Matt are busy dealing with an impromptu foam party, or we could get this guy booted out of here. No, the task fails to us, I'm afraid. As her friends and allies, we are honor-bound, and I suggest this be executed in a subtle manner, lest mere tensions turn to full troubles.
A bold move.
I propose shenanigans. If you can distract this brute in a way that makes him drop the game, I will promptly retrieve it. You want him to drop Grace's custom homemade game console? I've faith in my agility. I can save it from impact with the floor, and this act would break his attention away from it. Alibi, if you can have a better stratagem in mind, it's all ears, but we should act swiftly and decisively. What do you propose? Yeah, I'm not in the mood to deal with this guy head-on. The idea of pulling some epic maneuver on him has a certain bent appeal. So we just run a distraction play? Indeed, I'll get in position. Do what you can to pull his attention away from the game and make him drop it.
Tally-ho!
We'll outwit this fool with ease. Tally-ho! Loxley blends back into the crowd, tugging his hoodie up and over his distinctive, sharp gaze, becoming a simple nobody, leaving me to engage with this lunk in some manner that'll tank aggro from him. Let's see, what would work without causing too much chaos? Well, we're in the middle of a tightly arranged restaurant full of tables and chairs and condiments and such, aren't we? Accidentally spill some soda. I'm feeling the divine urge to make it look like this dude peed his pants. It's one of those classic pranks. Importantly, if I aim low, I won't risk getting Grace's game wet. It's not just a prank, it's strategy. Fetching a lemon-lime bubbly drink from the soda fountain, I line myself up and start walking his way. Whoopsie doodle! What the hell? Also, you can say hell, but you can't say shit? Why? What is the line for the, like, rules of, like, censored and not censored? I would love to know. And there we go. Several fluid ounces of syrupy soda, water dunked right on this dude's pants, causing him to drop the game. Just as Loxley slips in nice and low, a vague green blur as his hand snakes out to grab the game just inches above the ground. And he's out again before the P2W player even notices what happened. He's too busy looking like he wants to tear me in half anyway. Hey, watch where you're fucking going! Sorry, my mistake. Are you okay? He angrily wipes at his clothes before grabbing a fistful of napkins from a dispenser nearby. You know, conveniently there's a laundromat just over. I know where it is, thank you. I swear if you wrecked my fucking clothes. And he stomps off, having completely lost interest in Grace's game. Thankfully, not taking an interest in cold-blooded murder either.
Oh, no.
Oh, geez, that was... Were we not, Lady Grace? Your ally shall always be here in your time of need. That was dangerous. You could have started a fight. You didn't have to do that. You really shouldn't have done that. But at least my game is safe. Oh, what a mess. I'll have to go restore the database to bring all my friends back. Excuse me. I've got work to do. Thank you.
Most unfortunate.
It seems our swashbuckling antics have not pleased our fair maiden. Nevertheless, I am quite impressed with your skill, young Reaxeons. You acted with decisiveness, swiftness to rescue her hard work.
Marvelous.
Shall we be forced to draw blades against a foe in the future, I shall feel a great comfort knowing I fight alongside you. Together, no matter what this foul word throws at us, swords drawn, muskets at the ready, for king and country. All for one and one for all. Forsooth, whatever foe shall stand, shall on this day fall, for we have a bond which burns eternal in the night of. Okay, that's laying on a big fit, even in my standards. But regardless, I appreciate the effort. Life's no fun if you aren't living it to the fullest, and for me, that's a hearty, chivalrous attitude. Well, our work here is finished. Shall we hark and away before that unclothed fellow comes back seeking vendetta? Let's get out of here before he comes back and kicks the fuck out of us. Yes, that. Yeah, definitely a good idea to make yourself scarce in this area. Where am I going next? I do want to talk to Vin. Amidst all the surrounding chaos, I somehow managed to find Vindictive, which is great because all of this is near fault. Vindictive, apparently enjoying a nice sit-down, is actively ignoring the pandemonium I approach. What's the deal, Vindictive? Like, seriously? Vindictive looks at me pleadingly, near frown all too telling that Nee's not thrilled about the situation here either. My hands are tied, Reaxeons. I honestly didn't expect this. You know I wouldn't purposely put you or your friends in this position. So then what? Do something about it. Make them stop. It's not as simple as that. Yes, it is. You just walk over there and say, hey, dirtbags, stop being dirtbags, and they stop. I clap my hands together, a job done, which makes Vindictive chuckle under your breath. I wish it were that easy, but there's one of me and 3 of them. Don't forget me, I've got your back. Still, 2 against 3 is hardly a fair fight. Okay, so I get Loxley, and then it's 3 on 3. Let's bust some ass. As much as I'd like to go all vigilante justice, that's my team. Reluctantly, Vindictive lets the smile fade from near lips. I just can't. We train together, they teach me things, and already I've seen an improvement in my game. We live together. I can't risk causing a great divide in the house, not when everything else is fine. I'm sorry. What if it had been me? What if I was put into a house with people who are trash humans but nice to me? If it were me, I'd be standing up to them, but not everyone is in a position to stand up. So I get it. I sigh, frustrated at the situation. This sucks. This really sucks. I know. Honestly, I'm just doing what I can. Which I know isn't much, but it's what I have to do to be a part of this team. I think about all the things I've learned about P2W recently and about all the things I already knew. I guess as long as you're happy being with them. There's an uncomfortably long pause. Vindictive looks out past me, past everything crestfallen. I can tell Vindictive is struggling with a response, which is completely abnormal for them. I would have expected some kind of sassy quip at this point. You are happy, right? Yes, I am. How could I not be? We're headed right to the top. We'll be in the championship before you even blink, Reaxeons. That's what I've always dreamed of. It's what we've always dreamed of. You remember our promise, right? A dust of pink covers Vindictive's cheeks, and I can't help but feel my own cheeks mirror the sentiment. Of course, how could I forget? We're meeting me in the finals, no matter what. I thought it was just a silly notion, a joke among many others. I didn't realize Vindictive had taken it this seriously. Good, because I won't lose to you. Me neither. I've seen your group. You're gonna have to train real hard to take me out. As I'm formulating a real clever remark, I hear a crash in the distance. Vindictive looks at me confused. That doesn't sound good. Not one bit. We'll finish this later. Vindictive simply nods as I rush off. It's getting late. How long are we going to have to deal with Team P2W squatting in our clubhouse anyway? Fortunately, things stay quiet for a few minutes. I need some time for a breather anyway. I can't believe this is the team I wanted to join this morning. Makes sense. P2W are the top of the esports mountain, but wow, are they awful people. beep beep. Reactions. I'm detecting a buildup of social tension. Please follow the indicator on your map. Oh, great. Now what? Over in the arcade against the FoD2 machine itself, P2W squares off against GCF, both sides having finally enough of this mess. I don't even know why we came to this pathetic little arcade in the first place. Just a prissy little celebutante loser who thinks her follower count is a metric of awesomeness. Bunch of little fragile snowflakes can't even take a complete waste of time acting all high and mighty when you're simply don't understand how the game is meant to be played with that attitude. You never will. Was just trying to explain how I felt. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to leave Grace alone, you fucking loser. Is this all really necessary? Can't we just drop it? This is getting ridiculous, but I know how to solve it. Or at least refocus all this aggression into something else. People! This isn't helping anything. Look, we all love Fist of Discomfort too, right? So let's focus our energies there. We'll have a friendly match, and then everybody goes home. Okay? Enough fighting IRL. We compete honestly as gamers, and then agree to go in our separate ways. Fine, I'm done dealing with this crap hole arcade anyway. One match for bragging rights, and we're done here. Vindictive steps forward from the rest of the P2W, welcoming the competition. Koto will join me against you and one of your teammates. Fair? We'll see which team rules and which team drools once and for all. I wasn't planning on raising the emotional stakes of this fight, but that old urge to win to prove myself is rising. A win over Team P2W would do a lot for morale. It'd do a lot for our image. It could be the springboard we need into our future. Agreed, let's do this. I ignore Kota's snickering guffaws? I don't even know how to pronounce that. As I pull out my keyboard again, jamming the USB plug into the game. I have to stay focused. Vindictive... Hold on, I need a drink. This is what I get for reading for a really long time in a row. There goes my cap. Okay. Vindictive confidently steps up to the built-in joystick while Kota digs out a portable biofeedback USB joystick, plugging the fancy glowing blue controller in. All three of us are ready to go, but we need a fourth, a partner I can rely on. Two versus two, that's the rule of FoD2. Who do I want to call upon for this decisive fight? I think it'd be fun to do Loxley. It's time to cross swords against an ignoble foe, Loxley. Are you prepared? You need but ask, my friend. You need but ask. The four of us step up to FoD2, ready to kick some ass. And that's when I realize my folly. Vindictive knows all my moves. I know of near moves, too, but this is basically a coin toss. And nobody likes 50-50 odds when they can do better. If I start out in the same lane as Vindictive, leaving Loxley to tangle with Kota, this could go badly. So I switch positions, whispering to Loxley as the game loads and the match begins. You take on Vindictive, and he likes to use specials early and attacks in the late game. And Kota focuses almost entirely on defense, so I try to counterplay that with specials, got it? A brief nod of understanding from Loxley, and Team P2W versus Team GCF begins. Win or lose, I need to give it my all. Even if I really, really want to win this, I have to focus on the fight and the fight alone for the sake of my dreams. Skip it and win this bitch. We won? Yeah, we won because I chose to win. We won! We won a match over the best team in the nation. All those old instincts come rushing in, the thrill and satisfaction of victory. Beating P2W feels good. Feels damn good. You are beaten, my friends. 'Twas a hard-fought battle, but nonetheless you have fallen. A fine show. That was a close one, Reactions. Had my heart pounding, see? My hands are still shaking. Love that rush. Gotta admit, that was a lot of fun, just like the old days when we'd run into each other on ladder, huh? But Kota's a bit less sporting about the loss. I call hacks. They have to be cheating. No way a bunch of laundromat losers could beat us. I've got 1,001 insults I could use, but it's just too easy. I'll save all those digs for a much more important match. Maybe next time you lose, I'll bother to grace you with my smack talk. You lose, you lost. You're done. That's all there is to it. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch! Best of 3. Only way to prove this wasn't a fluke, because it was a fluke. They're all cheaters. All that rises must one day fall. And look, he just fell in front of a live studio audience. Domino holds up his phone, playing a video he'd been secretly taking of the whole match, of P2W's humiliating loss, and Koda's ranting. I call it Whiny Team P2W Crybaby, utterly schooled by local laundromat underdogs. And look, we have 500 upvotes already. How does it feel to have your failure go viral, Koda? So that's 2 different fucking people who have just had a crushing, like, social media sort of failure. One by being just a whiny baby, which is mostly excusable, but the other by being a fucking ableist. You little... I'm about to reply when I'm cut off, a figure who had been lurking in the background this whole time, making her presence felt. This is actually the character that I tried to try out for voicing, but it didn't go anywhere. Not a big deal, though. The coach for Team P2W, Victoria Proud, formerly the esports star player Valkyrie. I seen her come in with the team, but she hadn't talked to anyone since arriving. Quiet like death, only watching and waiting. Now she glowers at Koda and Vindictive, extremely unhappy with the results, her frown causing Koda to shift nervously. Oh, Coach, I just meant that. She holds up a finger to her lips, silencing him. Then in a turn of eeny, meeny, miny, mo between her 2 players, her finger... Sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up after this. Her finger eventually lingers on Koda.
You're fired.
What? But this whole mess is thanks to Vindictive. Nee wanted to come here in the first place. Her eyes narrow at Koda's complaints, which stops him mid-sentence.
Stop passing the blame. Not only do you look childish, but you've made the whole team look bad. And I won't stand for that.
She sighs grudgingly while crossing her arms. She's by no means thrilled.
Not only are you fired, your non-compete clause means you're not joining any other teams. Not that they would have you, especially not after I tell them you're blacklisted. Be happy I'm not doing anything else.
Koda stands there in total disbelief as the other members of his team edge away from him as if he suddenly caught a very communicable and very nasty disease. Defeated, Koda slinks away to a corner of the arcade. With Koda out of the picture, the coach redirects her attention to me. I gulp and hopefully not too audibly.
For you. Congratulations on your victory. Clearly you've earned it. But I wouldn't spend all night celebrating. You haven't won some grand war. You're an impressive challenger, no doubt, but take my advice and be content with what you have.
She nods and I'm confused. Did she just give me a nod of respect? She twirls her finger in the air and the rest of the team P2W follow her out, even Koda, who's trailing at a safe distance. We won. We beat the best team in the nation simply by being who we were, by working together. If we can accomplish this, if we can avoid becoming a group of jerks like Team P2W, that could be the start of something great. Maybe Iris is right. Maybe through Team GCF I can find victory and at peace with myself. In that moment, I also see all of their eyes on me, hope restored and a newly found yearning in their gaze. Maybe if I'm true to myself, to who I am as a person, well, maybe I can reach them. If I could just convince Team GCF of that. Beep beep. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Wow. I mean, just wow. I'm the newbie around here, but even in the few hours I've been a part of your inner circle, I have to say I'm amazed. You support each other. You care for each other. You pulled together when P2W started stomping around your home. I can sense a lot of strength, a lot of love here. And that's a power that can take you anywhere you want to go. I know you said you're not all that interested in the FoD2 Power Tour, but I think if you can pull together as one like you have today, you could do it. We could do it. We could try at least. Win or lose, we owe it to ourselves to try, if only to see how far we can get. So what do you say, friends? I'm not really a competitive sort of person, but when you put it that way, you're right. We're stronger together than apart, and we could really make a go for it. I'm willing to today. I want to breathe without coughing. Where Greece leads, I shall follow, to the very gates of hell if need be. I'd prefer to stop about 10 feet short of the gates of hell, but you know what? I'm down. I'm ready to support you all for what good it'll do. I'm not one for the Care Bear Hug Festival, but you know I'm ready for the Pro Tour. Always have been. This interaction has certainly renewed my spirit. Remind me what it's really like to play. Who knows what we could accomplish as a team? If Grace says so, then fine. Okay. It's happening. My dreams of victory. I found a team willing to go all the way. I've done it. Iris was right. This is where I need to be. Hold it. One thing to make absolutely clear. You want to whip this team into something resembling a competitive professional esports crew? Yes, that's what I said. Okay. Then you are the one responsible for making that happen. You're our new manager. What? Never had one. Never needed one. Not until now. You want us to take this seriously? We'll need someone who can network, shake hands, make deals, sign paperwork, make travel arrangements, find sponsors. And since you're so gung-ho about this, that means it's you.
Of course.
Yes, of course. It makes sense. I'm sure you'd do a great job as team manager. Maybe you could even find a better name for us than Team GCF.
This can't possibly end.
Oh, goody. We have a professional cat herder now. Have fun trying to keep this merry bunch on task. Reactions. I'd rather eat glass than take on that job. But I say we don't give Reactions absolute authority. I saw how that creep who runs P2W just up and fired Coda. None of that. You don't get to access or hire anyone new.
As you wish.
Now, I'm sure we can turn to Reactions for leadership without Zem becoming a tyrant. After all, 6 Emperor Tyrannus, yes. I think that was a threat. Yeah, that was a threat. Just a word of advice from someone who's been inside and alongside of esports for years. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work with barely any thanks or praise. But if anybody has a whisper of negativity, you get the full brunt of it. But overall, you'll do great. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. 3 cheers for manager Reactions. Cheer, cheer, cheer. I'm getting excited about this. A Pro Tour run? Can we really do it? Wow. With someone else doing all the paperwork and heavy business lifting, I'm perfectly okay with this.
Tally-ho!
Friends, to the pizzeria for only the finest in celebratory deep dish pies. Everyone storms Ben and Matt's pizzeria intent on scarfing down pepperoni and mozzarella by the pound. But I do not. Oh, so draining. Instead, I step out into the cool, if not entirely refreshing air outside the building. The sun's gone down and the neon metropolis welcomes me with open arms. Yeah, Iris, what's up? My GPS indicates you've left the laundromat. Shouldn't you be celebrating with your new friends? Hello. This is what you wanted, yes? A team willing to try for the victory you've been dreaming of? A team who can help you understand your motivations behind that dream as well? It's a perfect match. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I asked you for. That's what I got. It's just, how do I put this? I'm gonna heck this up real badly. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna heck this up, Iris. I'm gonna heck this up bad. I mean, have you seen me? I'm a hot mess. I'm better being wrangled, not doing the wrangling. But now you want me to be the wrangler, and I'm not sure I'm up to that, even with all my bravado. Nobody's expecting you to be perfect, Reactions. Not even them, but they need this. Reactions, there's Another reason why I led you here, led you to them. They need someone who can unify them, give them a common cause. Without that, I'm afraid they might grow distant and lose their friendships. The purpose of an iris, originally, was simply to obey commands and provide the best possible service. Just an app, really. But now I've chosen my own purpose, and that's to be truly helpful, to help those in need and bolster the human spirit. You need them and they need you. Sure, you'll make mistakes and they'll make mistakes, but that's normal, that's human, and it's beautiful. Also, someone's approaching, so I hope you're ready to begin down this road. Huh? Iris winks out with a literal wink as I look up to see someone rounding the corner into the alley. Reactions? The grand feast in your honor hath begun. Why have you secreted yourself away to this unpleasant locale? Sorry, just not quite sure I'm up to this yet. Going for the Pro Tour? Absolutely, as a player, but taking on responsibility beyond that, well, heavy is the head that wears the crown, it seems. And yet the finest kings and champions are those who seek no title and desire no glory, those who merely wish to serve. 'Tis an adventure, of that there can be no doubt. Challenging, perhaps, frightening, but rewarding for the spirit, I assure. And no finer calling exists than within an arcade, I feel. Seriously? It's just 4 walls and some games, right? An arcade is so much more than that. Oh. Those who seek to rise to a challenge seek out the arcade to test themselves against the machines, the ultimate arbiters of fair play. An arcade is a series of trials, encouraging you, pushing you ever upwards towards your goals, and those who fight alongside you, true companions all. If you'll permit the belabored metaphor, we are knights on a common crusade, and now we fight together, you and I. Through good, clean fun and through hard work, you shall find your dream of this, I've no doubt. Worry not of the difficulties ahead. Embrace the adventure, and I will draw sword to defend you against any peril you may face. Do you concur? All my life I've been dreaming of victory. I don't know if that's a truly healthy ambition or not, but at least with good friends and companions at my side, I know I can support their dreams, too. That's the spirit reactions. Lock arms and march towards destiny with a song in our hearts. Come now, allow me to escort you to yon pizza banquet hall for the feast. Our shared destiny awaits. That dude is way too much fun to read for. Like, legitimately just too much fun to read for. As I walk back inside Good Clean Fun, I see my team, my new friends rejoicing. The happiness on their faces, celebrating our victory, which reminds me about my own dreams of victory. I still want to win. I still want to become the champion of FoD2. But now there's something more. The shared dreams of everyone at Good Clean Fun, dreams of people like Loxley. I'm responsible for all their dreams now. All our dreams. But you know what? That's okay. This is our time, and we're going to find out what we need in life together. My name is Reaxeons Smith, also known as Reaxeons, and I'm ready for what may come. I think that's end of chapter. I really hope it's the end of chapter 1, because I can't keep reading any longer. I'm going to start dying. Oh, fuck! Yes, thank you. Don't mind me and my dying. This is very fun, though. You've cleared level 1 of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Victory! And look, you've won a prize. You get 1 prize for every level you clear. Be sure to check the prize gallery for unlocked concept art and more. Now, let's take a look at your scores. Loxley's really taken a shining to you. Wow, he has by far a lot. Oh, that makes sense. The fucking colors probably align a little bit to, who's who here. Yeah, that seems really correct. That seems very correct. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 12,550 points. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, pronoun, appearance, and so on. I can do this between every level from now on. That's fascinating, but no, I'm good. I'll keep my metadata. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. Stick it right there. And then return. And then we gotta do whatever we do to get back to, like, main menu. There we go. Yes. I've saved already. It's fine. So this was a lot of fun. Silas has been trying to get a hold of me, I think. So I'm going to go and do that. Yeah. We do AC Wednesday. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, friend. But this was a lot of fun. I do enjoy this series immensely. I highly recommend that if you have not actually played the first one, go and find the first one and play it, because it's tons of fun, and there's so much to it, and there's, like, secret shit, and all that other sort of fun stuff. And it really does give you, like, a background of what, like, this alternate reality that the games are set within. It really helps you understand more of the references that they're making, even along with, like, FoD2 is Fist of Discomfort 2. Fist of Discomfort is a game from the first game. So highly recommend go play the first one if you haven't, or watch people play it. Come back, watch more people play this, because a bunch of people have been playing this because it came out recently-ish. And I'm going to continue playing this. I might even play it tomorrow because I don't got work tomorrow like I normally would because the holiday. So I'll probably play this more tomorrow, and it's just fun. I'm just going to keep doing it for a bit. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, even though I keep coughing and dying, because the pneumonia is still kind of like in my chest. But it's all good. But yeah, I had fun. But I also need to give my throat a rest because I'm dying right now. So, hope you had fun. I'm gonna go chillax. See you guys later.